Parvinator.
The Parvinator.
He was special.
Soccer was invented by European ladies to keep them busy while their husbands did the cooking.
The Parvinator.
Why do you have to hate what you don't understand?
The Parvinator.
Donkey.
Donkey?
Donkey.
This is a big deal.
Nuts for Nintendo.
They line up at the few stores that have been able to get copies of the hottest Nintendo game.
Now I know how you're spending the holidays, watching
right.
Nintendo.
Playing Nintendo.
Playing Nintendo.
I just like jumping on things and killing them and shooting things.
Today, some people in the toy business suspect Nintendo's holding games back.
Fucking king of Ocarina of Time.
But nobody could have expected what was to come.
So long, Bowser!
Hello there.
Hello!
Hello!
What is going on, gamers? Happy Sunday! It's America's #1 online video game personality, Ben, the Parvinator Parvin. How are we doing today, guys? Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well.
Hello!
Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm looking awfully yellowish in today's stream for some reason. What's going on with my lights here? You guys getting turned away, or what's the deal? Jeez. I mean, I noticed that beforehand, but it's still going on. Anyway, all good. Good to see you guys, and happy Sunday. Hope it's been a good weekend for you. It's been a very busy one for me. I spent a lot of yesterday trying to edit down what I took you guys through on the Gamer News on Friday, which was, you know, my trip to the Game Awards, and then my search to find the real gamers in this town. I broke the whole story down for you guys on Friday. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that, and I've been taking the clip that we did on stream and trying to shorten that down, get it down to its essence, and do a little bit of editing on it. But it's like, when do you stop? You know, when is the video done? At a certain point, I got to get it out. You know, so it's already been, it's been since Thursday for the Game Awards, but. Anyway, working on trying to get that on YouTube, because I've been a little, I haven't really been uploading to YouTube lately, other than these live streams. But, I'm trying to work on that, get some more stuff up on YouTube, get some stories there too, things like that. Or posts, I think they call them. But yeah, it's been a very busy weekend. Spent a lot of time doing that yesterday. And today, I thought I would be working on that video some more, and maybe I could put it out today, but I found some really great gamer news that I wanted to cover, and it took a long time to get all that together, so it's all good. It just means we have a great show for today, and the clipping and posting, that shit can come later, right? We got a live experience. Hello! That's the priority.
Hello!
So anyway, let me get into the game here, and yeah, and then we'll catch up as we get into it. But happy Sunday, guys. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good weekend. Anybody has the scoop on the Raiders game, don't go looking for it right now. But by all means, I couldn't watch it earlier. It was not in my well, you know, they had it locked, region locked, and I couldn't find a link. That didn't seem like it would that it wouldn't give my computer cancer. So decided to not click on the risky link. All right, here we go. 3:51 p.m. here on the Pacific Coast. 3:51 p.m. All right. Sunday afternoon. Let's do it. Quite a shock at the gym. There were all these girls who looked identical. Okay, yep, we're still in fuchsia. And, cool. All right, we're in fuchsia. So, let's take a quick look at Benji, our protagonist here. They've caught 91 in their Pokédex so far. Pretty sweet. They've got all the Johto badges. And then we've got a smattering, half of the Kanto badges as well. Looks like we've got, you know, we still got our work cut out for us there. We also took a big detour when we played this on Wednesday, and as part of this patch, Pokemon Crystal 251, you know, it lets you get all 251 Pokemon, and to do that, they had to come up with some pretty creative ways to put some of these Pokemon in here. You know, whether that's you know, through trades that were added, or sometimes brand new areas added to the game, and well, perhaps not brand new, but it's pretty cool how in this game they do give you what's it called, the Safari Zone. You get to go into the Safari Zone, and yeah, it's pretty sick. They've added Mew in there, and we chased Mew around the Safari Zone a bit, and then after that, it was, we were able to catch Mew, and it was like a shiny Mew, too. Well, a shiny Mew, T-O-O. The distinction matters there. But yeah, it was cool. That was a cool little thing. I didn't expect that. You know, that's a cool, that's a cool insert for this ROM hack to do, you know? Oh, cool. Good stuff. All right, well, with that being said, let's, I suppose we move on with our journey here. I think we're heading to Cycling Road next. Cycling Road is a quick shortcut to Celadon. Hello! All right, we got the bird keeper punk Bob wants to battle, so he sent out a Noctowl. And I'm about to send out a Noctowl.
Hey, guy, you're the first serious gamer I've seen all morning.
Anyway, what's up, Twitch? What's up, YouTube? Glad you guys are here. Thanks for hanging. We're gonna get this stream rolling. Is this music pretty loud? Got it coming through kind of loud on my headset here. Maybe I need to turn it down a notch. Noctowl battle here. Noctowl on Noctowl action. I'm actually going to switch over, I think, to good old Pseudo-Widow. Good old Pseudo-Widow.
Ah, someone wants to play.
Do, 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 do. We'll rock slide you. See how you like that. Do, 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 do. Scoo-boo-bee-doo. Do, 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 do. Turn the light on in here, see if that makes a difference. Not so much. Alright, cool. Birdkeeper Bob is down. Get back in the cage, Bob. If you don't have a bicycle, you're shit out of luck. I mean, you're not allowed to use the shortcut. Well, we got a bike, bud. We're good. You wanna fight? You wanna fight random Pokemon?
Hey, guy, you're the first serious...
Okay, that's enough of that sound effect. Thank you.
Broncos country, let's ride.
Oh, a Slugma. Slugma. Let's catch ya. Put you to sleep. Don't want to kill you, Sluggy. What can we do to not kill you? Maybe attack you with like a... Oh, got any weak attacks around here? Anything that isn't just an instant death? You know, I miss our Dragonair. We got to go get that thing out. We caught one, and I mean, we've got that and a Mew as well. I didn't mean to pull out RTY, but maybe like a bite won't kill this Slugma? I don't know. I'm kind of afraid. Let's try a bite.
Frickin' what up, dude?
I should have known that would... The level difference is too much. I guess I was hoping that since I saw he had raised his defense, maybe that would make a difference, but if you're looking for Pokemon, you have to look in the tall grass.
Frickin'.
Dude, you think I don't know that at this point? I've got 12 badges.
Thanks for coming out, guys. This rocks.
Alright, 12 badges. Jeez. Birdkeeper. Send out Doduo. Old double-headed bird. These bird keepers around here, man, they're getting me pissed. Let's knock it out of the sky.
Hi, my name is Gabe Newell, and I work at Valve.
I tried to turn down the volume of the game a little bit before we started. I think it's a little bit loud, but then again, I don't have a fan on like I do often, so I'm getting the full, unadulterated audio. That's not being, you know, cut down by a bunch of white noise of a fan positioned a few feet away. Duo bit the dust.
Get over here!
You got anybody else? Birdkeeper Boris is about to use Doduo. Alright. I'm about to use Sudowoodo. I like that Doduo is that and Dodrio are flying, even though I think it says that they don't really fly, you know? They I mean, I guess you gotta mark them as something, you know? But they're still vulnerable to rock. Oh, look at you, you have a Dodrio to pull out. I don't think we've seen one of these thus far. I like the different eyes, too, the sort of, kind of like some of those other Pokemon that are like multiple beings together as one. You've got like different expressions on each face, you know, super pissed off on the bottom, looking a little sad on the right there, right? A little sad, and then on the left, what, you know, sort of resolve, you know, just someone, I don't know, determination, maybe? Focus? I'd say a calm focus more so than the rage of the bottom bird head. But yeah, look at the expression on the one on the right before it faints. It, you know, man, I can see a lot of sadness in those eyes. Bye-bye. See you later.
Hi, my name is Gabe Newell, and I work at Valve.
No, I see nothing in those eyes. Eternal darkness. Stay tuned because we got, I'll do some gamer news segments for you. We got a really good one today. Going to talk a little bit of, about some devs battling it out. Some dev drama. We're going to talk a little bit too. I've got some game history for you. So back in the day, that's always fun. So yeah, stay tuned. Also going to talk about some new Nintendo Switch Online updates. Came a few days ago that I haven't gotten around to. A lot of the news today is stuff just from the, kind of the last weekend or so. Stuff that kind of passed me by as I was busy trying to edit down that video of me going to the Game Awards. But yeah, that'll be fun to get into. All right, can I just catch you, Grimer? Be nice if you just let me catch you. I mean, I'll try an Ultra if I need to. Let me catch ya. Grimer's fast asleep. Dude. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of the Raiders game earlier today, but again, I couldn't really, I couldn't find a link that would work for it, and it's, it's not airing in my region, so it's funny because, of course, there's sometimes if you go on YouTube, you can just find a feed where someone's just ripping it straight off of, whether NFL Sunday Ticket or whatever they've got, But you of course also find a bunch of bullshit. Like there's always a lot of videos running that are like, "Hey, I can't show the stream. Click the links over in the description to go and watch the game." And of course, that's a risky click. Kind of like touching, putting a hands on a Grimer would be kind of a risky click, right? Grimer, sludge, 2 feet 11. 66 pounds. When two of these Pokemon's bodies are combined. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Mamma mia!
Combined together, new poisons are created. Oh, man. Sounds like a hell of a relationship. And when two come together, new poisons are created.
You suck.
Give a nickname to Grimer. No. I don't need any nicknames. What else can we catch here in the tall grass? What have we got? Oh, a Muck.
Oh!
I always loved Muck and the dripping nastiness coming from their top lip or whatever, or at least just as they open their mouth, just it's all stuck. All right, I bet Muck could take. I mean, they're 11. They're 11 levels below me, but I would think Muck could take something, like a fly or a... But then again, maybe we could just catch it. Let's try. Get in the bow. Okay. Muck's data was newly added to the Pokédex. Muck, a sludge-type Pokemon, once again coming in at 311. There's a lot of 311s in this game. Must have been some fans. Weight, 66 pounds. As it moves, a very strong poison leaks from it, making the ground there barren for 3 years. Ooh. That's, sounds pretty gross. I don't know.
That is a disgusting act.
Everywhere this thing moves, the ground is barren for 3 years. So it's basically like a super fun slug. Basically, it just walks around and just destroys the landscape, poisons the environs. No nickname for Muck. All right, we were seeing something else. Oh, a Slugma earlier. That's right. Can I get a Slugma? A lot of new things in this patch, though. Oh, we do have a Fearow, actually. Fearow's not new to us. Spoke too soon. Who's coming up? Ah, Mucky. Do-do-do-do. Walking through the dense cityscape, you're bound to come across some grimers or mucks. A little mess, you don't know what it is. A sentient garbage heap. I guess that'd be a Garbodor or whatever. That one from, I think that's from Black and White, Pokemon Black and White. I always thought that one looked pretty badass. Doo-doo-woo. I want to do-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Let's see if I can find that Sluggy.
Hey, yo, what the? What?
I don't know why. I mean, I'm not trying to catch them all, and I don't think we'll be using a Slugma, but, whatever. Knocked Out. Gotta be one of the first Pokemon we caught, you know? Of course, as a Hoot Hoot.
Hey, yo, what the?
Rare encounter with Slugma, apparently. Can't seem to find it again. I'll try a few more times, then we'll move on, because we're not really going to use that Pokemon. I just thought, what the hell, you know? Oh, here we are. Hey, Slugma. Alright, this time I'm not gonna... I think this time I'll just try to put you to sleep and catch you. Alright, let's ball you. Get in a great ball for us, please. Oh, I need to go buy some more balls too, I guess.
How dare you?
Come on, balls. Pokeballs.
How dare you?
Gotcha! Slugma was caught! Slugma's data was newly added to the Pokédex. Lava, 2'4", 77 pounds. These group together in areas that are hotter than normal. If it cools off, its skin hardens. That's interesting. Give a nickname to Slugma? Nah, we'll just toss it in the box. And I think we're done with this little patch of ground. I mean, there might be something very rare, but I ain't seen it yet. And we did all right. We caught a few Pokemon in this little section. So let's run. I will go to the Pokemart and buy things. Hey, do. I wanted to rhyme mart with fart, and I pulled back, honestly. I was, come on, dude. Alright, let's get us some Ultra Balls. I think we're pretty low on Greats, too, but yeah, let's, go ahead and buy some more Ultras. We're gonna need them. Might as well pick them up, I suppose. Yeah, we'll drop a little coinage on this. You don't want to be out of balls when you need them. And I'll get us some, Great Balls, too. Great Balls do a pretty good job. They're, I mean, it's no joke. I think we could also sell a Nug, too, possibly. Let's see. Spending all my money. I think we have a nugget to sell. Yes. Amulet coin. Doubles monetary earnings. Oh, okay. So that just needs to be on any Pokemon in my party, or a Pokemon that comes out, I wonder. Lucky Punch ups critical hit ratio of Chansey. It's funny, just such a specific TM. You know, later on, I don't think that would be that uncommon to have like a TM just for, you know, a specific Pokemon, but it still feels a little more rare at this time, I think. In this era. Yeah, let's sell a Nug. 5,000 bucks. 5,000 Pokebucks for a nice Nug. That's okay, let's sell it. Cool. Honestly, I need to store some of this stuff too. I'm not going to be using some of these things. I don't know what the upgrade does. Gotta look into that. Awakening. I could probably use an Awakening. Yep, alright. Well, I think I will go, and maybe store some items too. So let's go to the Pokemon Center. And then I think, where are we on the map? Like, I think at this point, So we couldn't go south. It said that the road is blocked due to construction. So I'm thinking we kind of need to work our way back east. I think, yeah, like, or west rather. But we've been to that city up there. What town is that? The one just north of the water. Let's see. Get my cursor there, please. Oh, that's right. They mentioned Celadon's up there. Okay. All right, so let's go to the Pokemon Center. And then, yeah, maybe we'll start heading west. I need to teach Cut to somebody worth a damn. Somebody I'm going to keep in my party, you know? I need to... it does suck having to run out and get a specific Pokemon for yeah, piece of, you know, a piece of cuttable grass or something that you didn't see coming. And usually when I play these games, since I'm not doing any kind of competitive battling or anything, you know, it's no worries to give an HM to some of these Pokemon. You don't necessarily need 4 amazing moves on every poke just to get through the story. But damn. Alright, couple things I'm doing. I'm gonna, I think I'll deposit our Cutter Bully and maybe pull somebody else out. I've also thought about, like, kind of mixing our team up some because, we got this Mew that we caught. And it's a shiny one, too. I'm pretty sure. I think it is. But not 100 on that. Doesn't it do like a thing around them or something when they're shiny? So yeah, maybe it's not. I don't know. Anyway, this was part of the this being the Pokemon Crystal 251 patch, and they actually they restored to this patch. They restored Fuchsia City's Safari Zone. And you had to go in there and chase Mew around, and eventually you could catch it. I'm pretty impressed with what this game has done with the additions. Granted, I've never played Vanilla Crystal. I've played Silver when it was out, and then I went on to play, you know, the remakes. Soul Silver, you know, Heart Gold being the other one I didn't get. But yeah, no, pretty good what they've done with this to make this a really comprehensive game. And you know, these ROM hacks, man, like I said, they can be really hit or miss. Sometimes they can just feel really fan project-y, and I would say this one feels solid, honestly. More than I would have expected. So, we have a couple options here. I'm thinking I'm going to go to the other box and pull out our, I think we have, oh, we skipped. Okay. Must be box 4. I think I've got a, I didn't deposit anybody yet, did I? Oops. Oh yeah, we got some good stuff not too long ago. Some of these were caught in the Safari Zone. The Executor, the Execute, Nidorino. I love Haunter and Gengar. I think we've even caught a Gengar at this point because we had to battle one, and they added like a little haunted house north of, there it is. Yeah, it was north of Lavender. Naturally, they added this, you know, of course, it's a little north of the creepy town. Yeah, we're gonna pull out Not an Eel for now, and let's drop, let's change boxes. Let's go back to box 5, I suppose, since it's got a lot of room. Wait, I said no, so we gotta change the box. Yes, you may overwrite the file.
Ah, dang it, Bobby.
And then I think I'll deposit some items too. You know, I'm just like, I'm like, when are we gonna use some of these? You know, like Carbos, and I'll save some of these for kind of end game, I think. At least that's what they all say, right? I could PP up. I'm not ready to make that decision yet, you know? Jeez. Picked up a max revive somewhere along the way. That's cool. Haven't had those since I bought a few for the Elite Four. I wonder what the upgrade does. A mysterious box made by Silphco. Lucky Punch, such a funny move to just to raise the crit of single Pokemon. So you can store this stuff too, huh? All right, let's put in what else? Anything else that can go away? Honestly, I don't know why we need to run away from a wild Pokemon, but we'll keep that Smoke Ball on us. That seems like something you don't need until you need it, and then you really need it, you know, so we'll keep that around. Amulet Coin, maybe I can put on someone. I'm just curious, do they have to get into battle for the double money? You don't have an item, Noctowl? Let's give you something. I'm gonna have to take a look at these items and stuff too at some point. I mean, this is the kind of game where to get through the story, you don't really have to... It's not like you have to min-max everything and you know, just have this flawless setup. Do-do-do-do. Scuba-dooba-dee-doo-doo. Oh yeah, okay, just the Marth this way. Alright, yeah, let's go west. Again, happy Sunday, guys. Thanks for hanging. I'm having a good time.
I didn't like that one too much.
I hope you guys are too. Hello. Cycling road uphill starts here. Okay, we're going uphill. Not exactly the preferred way. That's all right. We're fearless highway stars. I'm going up the hill. All right, biker Charles wants to battle. Get in a fight with a biker, jeez. I like how they use these like poison types too. It's like, I don't know, they're... Yeah, what would a young punk on a motorcycle use? Oh, of course, he'd have a coughing. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, we're stronger than these pokes. I'm gonna Thunder Wave ya. And try a little titty twister on your coughing. The twister. Here comes the twister. Alright, coughing has fainted. Biker Charles is about to use Charmeleon. Will Benji change Pokemon? Sure. Charmeleon's not going to be any match, though, for RTY. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm definitely dealing with one of the issues that, in watching some of these retrospectives about Gen 2 recently, I'm starting to see some of the things that people talk about, like this Kanto post-game section, and the level balance being off. You know, I know that a lot of these Pokemon are pretty low level that we're fighting and that we're catching even, which is disappointing for sure. But I suppose I could also try out a different team too, or maybe try to start, yeah, you know, mix it up to get some artificial difficulty or something. You know, I don't really know what the best move is, but... Damn you, wheezing. Self-destructed. Hey, Fireball, welcome. Happy Sunday. Good to see you. I hope you're well. Biker Charles was defeated. Bye-bye, Biker. All right, we're going hard mode since we're going uphill. I think I remember there being some decent fishing around these parts. Wow, that's a cool bicycle. Hey, I appreciate that a guy on a motorcycle can have a nice comment about my bicycle, you know? I mean, maybe he's just saying that because he's about to try to steal it or something, you know, so pull a real jerk move. But still, it feels good, honestly. Feels good. Feels nice.
My powers have doubled since the last time we met Count.
I wonder if he saw me on my bike and he's on his motorcycle. Would he give me the, like, motorcycle wave? That's like the kind of universal I see you, other motorcyclist, other biker. You know, you give him the little handlebar wave. Sign of respect, you know. Would he give that to me on a bicycle? Magmar, huh? Okay. Magmar always had really expressive eyes, and those big, kind of like eye sockets, or just big, like heavy, the structure of its head with the way that it sort of has the eyes inset. I always thought was just a cool design. And of course, any of these Pokemon that like actively have fires on their bodies, you know, come on, it's badass. I didn't mean to use Smokescreen anyway. I meant to use Rock Slide. I taught you a move, Magmar, that I don't even want to use. Hello! Shoot, maybe I really need to change my party up. I mean, everybody's just too low level. They were fighting. Maybe I need to nerf myself a bit, you know? We're too powerful. But you don't just look cool. You're also pretty badass. Hey, here's 1,024 Pokebucks. Oh, you can fish, yeah. Get off the bike long enough to do a little fishing. You better give me a nibble. I know, I might need to, Fireball, just to kind of like, you know, adjust the difficulty some, because yeah, it's a little, it's a little too cakewalky right now. And I was saying earlier that I know that's one of the big, like, when I watch these retrospectives on this game, that's like a lot of people's, one of their biggest complaints is this whole Kanto section of the game not being maybe as fun as they remembered, and it being a lot easier because of the level differences and stuff, and I remember when I was watching those retrospectives, I had that idea, like, well, I guess you could always just, you know, use a different party. I know that kind of sucks, you know, but at this point, I think I'm ready to do it, because, I mean, we've already got 4 badges from Kanto. I just think our party is a little too beefy. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, that could be another fun way to kind of tie a hand behind your back a little bit, make the game a little bit easier. Obviously, so many ways to kind of open this game up that weren't, you know, there were kind of self-imposed rules that the game doesn't really steer you towards or doesn't ask you to do, you know, but like all the you know, Nuzlocke stuff, and where like if a Pokemon faints, you're supposed to go release it, you know? It's basically like it died. Pretty intense. All right. Yeah, maybe also my party is a little cheese too, because since we're playing the 251 patch, it does allow you to catch all this. Well, I mean, we got our RTY was our starter, but it allowed us to catch the other 2 starter Pokemon. It was a tough catch, but we were able to do it in this game. And that's a little cheesy already. It's a bit of a like as a kid, that's kind of the dream. Of course, you learn later that usually these aren't always the best to do this, but I remember, you know, playing Gen 1 and that being one of the cool things about, you know, I started on Red, but then eventually I would play Yellow, and I'd just be like, wow, you know, you can pretty much have the dream team of, you know, Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, you know, and you can have all 3 of the original starters, and it was awesome. But yeah, but it feels a little cheesy, honestly. Then again, in this playthrough, I'm also trying to not use some of the same pokes that I always use over and over, so there's a little bit of that. I'm gonna keep Noctowl, I think, because they're just good. I like Hypnosis, and we might need that for Sad Sound. Meganium. Now comes the tough part. Like, do I have another grass worth a damn? Let's see. Yeah, the Gen 2, there's a lot of like menu upgrades in Generation 2. That to me, that's pretty, like, when you get into it, I feel like that kind of hits you in the face. A lot of stuff feels like an upgrade over the first game, and you know, maybe not necessarily this screen being pretty plain, but yeah, they definitely did the menus up. Yeah, Yellow, I think I did a playthrough of Yellow when I was still a kid. And I did one last year. And I went into it last year at first thinking that, you know, thinking to myself like, oh, I don't think I've played Yellow. But then I got into it and I was like, no, I definitely have. Because I remember going back through the game as a kid. And I remembered some of the specific things in Yellow. Like, oh, you know, Team Rocket looks like they did in the anime, and I did remember somewhat, like, I think based on your like friendship level with Pikachu, you can get those trades from the other starters, or for people who have the other starters and stuff. That once I got into it, I was like, no, I think I've definitely done at least most of Pokemon Yellow before. And I'm pretty sure I had borrowed it from a friend and gotten into it. Well, we might be into something here. I mean, Zapdos. Oh, that's the... Did I name it Zapdos? I don't even remember doing that. That's funny. I mean, obviously I'm not about to pull Zapdos out, but we caught Zapdos in the power plant. That's funny. I don't remember giving it that nickname, Zapdos. Version's pretty high level. I like Executor or Executor or whatever, you know. I use them in Yellow. I mean, they're what? Grass and Psychic? Is that right? 2 new games for a friend and then 3 more for myself. Yeah. Yeah, there was some of that too. I remember doing some trading with friends to get like starters and stuff, and yeah, absolutely. I mean, once you've gone through the game a few times, you can sort of blaze through it pretty quickly. So it really wasn't that big of a deal when you've got, you know, kid time, you know, when you've got a few hours you can put into it a night or something. But, you know, speaking of myself here, not trying to make assumptions about anybody else, you know, but I definitely had probably a couple hours I could put into it most nights, you know. I get the homework done at school so I could come home and play. Let's pull Executor out for a second, and partial to this one. I don't know, dude. Let's I used one on our Pokemon Yellow playthrough. I guess we need to change boxes too. Always something to do. You know, you talking about like trades and stuff, you know, when it comes to getting those Pokemon that are the trade evolutions, you know, you got to be careful about who you trade with on that one, because you know how it is. Like ideally you're hoping that if I've raised this Haunter up and I'm trying to get a Gengar that I don't have yet, I'm gonna trade that to you, and then we're just gonna trade back right afterwards. But yeah, you had to do those trade evolutions with someone that you trusted, you know? Because you never knew if they would just leave you high and dry. Thanks for the Gengar, buddy. Oh, it just evolved. Look at this. Oh, Gengar. Cool. Enjoy that Pidgey I sent you, you know? Thankfully, I don't know of any of that happening to me or anybody in my circle, but I gotta admit, I was always a little afraid of it. You know? We're cycling uphill. Hey, Poke, welcome. What's up?
Hello!
Good to see you. Welcome. Happy Sunday. I'm trying to get a little exercise going backwards. Yeah, Fireball. I think same here. I did bring my Pokemon or my Game Boy to and Pokemon Red cartridge to school on it was the last day of 6th grade, and it was a very I actually beat Red that day. You know, for the first time, and part of it was that someone showed me how to do the Missing No stuff. And I did see Missing No, and I like, you know, replicated some rare candies, you know, the item duplication trick or whatever. But I also caught a Golbat that was like, you know, just stats were all scrambled, but it was very high level, and I remember cheesing the end of the game, the first time I beat the Elite Four using that Golbat, and just, you know, cheesing the Elite Four with my overpowered Golbat, and using some rare candies to bring a couple other Pokemon up. So it was not the most honorable first fight with the Elite Four, but you know, I had to cheat to beat him the first time, but then after that, I never had to cheat again, you know? No, it was just that I had played the whole game pretty much under-leveled, you know, and I think being the last day of school, someone was trying to show me that trick anyway, and they let us, you know, they let us have our Game Boys that day, which is nice. Fireball, yeah, good move having the cable. I feel like there's a little bit of yeah, that's that you know, you got the cable. You're helping to make the magic happen for everybody else around you. I feel like that engenders some goodwill towards you. You know, you're there to help the community. You know. Fireball said, I lent the Pokemon card game. Yeah, I remember that one. Yep, TCG, yeah. And it was stolen from him by one of his friends. That's about as bad as it got for me, yeah. Yeah, that's too bad. And I've heard that those games were pretty fun. I think there might have been 2 of them on the Game Boy Color. I could be wrong. But I've heard that it's pretty good. One of the regulars around here plays those games, and yeah, I was into them. I don't think I ever even got my hands on that game. I don't remember like a friend having it, and like I don't think I've ever put any time on that game at all. The trading game. I remember people having Pokemon Pinball. A few friends in my orbit had Pinball, but nobody had the trading card game. Sadly. So, oh yeah, it's not effective. That's what I was thinking, but I had to make sure I knew. Had a bad feeling about it, but yeah. Still using some of my others, huh? Funkier than you remember. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know how it came up too. Was I was talking about how in this game, it's all like it's always kind of funny how, you know, if you're playing the games, the character will sometimes get very bad people to stop doing very bad things by way of beating them in a Pokemon match. And at first I was thinking like, that's kind of silly, right? Like, okay, let's take Giovanni from the first, you know, we'll take Gen 1 Giovanni here, right? You know, running Team Rocket. You know, he's basically like somewhere in between the Mafia and the Yakuza, you know. And he, shit, I'm sorry, I've lost my train of thought, just took too long to get to it. Streamer brain, God. Yeah, I just get those zaps every now and then, man, or it's gone. But, oh yeah, I was explaining how it came, oh yeah, right, so I was, at first I was thinking about this, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of crazy that this kid can just go up into this mob, like, headquarters, take on all these gangsters. You know, of course, they're kind of comedic relief. None of them are that tough, you know. We're more supposed to laugh at their incompetence. But still, he can go up in there and, like, and beat the bosses, again, like, evil people who are doing evil things. And then, yeah, they go running after you defeat them, you know, and it's funny because someone mentioned, yeah, it's even funnier when you think about how that happens in the trading card game too. So in that one, it's even further removed, because in that it's like, oh, we played a card game, and now you're defeated. You have to leave, you know. So yeah, in the card game, it's even more like implausible, or, you know, just silly that you would lose a card game and like, oh, okay, you're right, I'll stop being evil, you know. We'll stop our plans for world domination. You're right. But yeah, that's a good point there, Fireball. I like that. Yeah, you can lose to him 100 times, but then that one time you beat him and that's it. And of course, most games don't have any persistent memory, you know, to say like, oh, you're back? Yeah, I beat you this many times, you know, like, it's every encounter is the first, of course, you know, and they stay, hey, right, exactly. It might be evil, but it's Pokemon. Like, if you defeat my 6 if you make all my Pokemon faint, like, that's the rules. You win. But so we're talking about how this is, you know, it's all really silly, and then I was like, you know what? But maybe the answer, though, you know, if you want the in-universe answer, you kind of have to turn to the anime a little bit, and it always seems like whenever the good guys go in somewhere and they run bad guys out of something, it seems like it's through the implied threat of, okay, our Pokemon defeated your Pokemon, and now they're chasing your ass out the door. Like our Onix is, you know, chasing Team Rocket as they just, you know, fumble over themselves to run for the exit, you know, or Charizard is hitting them with some fire, and they're you know, they're all, their ass is burning as they like run away and stuff, and Like, okay, I guess that's where, you know, that would be like your in-universe explanation is there's the implied violence of, well, you don't have any Pokemon to protect you anymore. I'm skipping over some kind of dialogue here. Yeah, like your Pokemon have fainted. That was the only thing that was keeping you in a position of power. And now you don't have that, so you're vulnerable to my Pokemon kicking your ass, not just your Mons, which we just made faint, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun to think about. That I guess that's what gets them to step away, you know. Maybe it's not so much the the rules of the Pokemon League as it is, oh yeah, the things that were defending me are now fainted and I'm vulnerable. It's an adorable Grimer doll. Whenever you look at it, you'll remember me. Did you just give me a doll? Most people don't like the grime and the muck, but it doesn't bother me at all. Did you give me anything? I didn't. Or did he just see that I have a doll? I don't know what's going on. We've lost some pokes, surprisingly, after all that talk about, you know, needing to swap my party out, which I guess I did bring a couple people in. But let's, oh, shit. I haven't fought this guy yet. I thought about flying. I should have just done that. Hey, you're from Johto, right? Or huh? Sorry, I meant to say huh back there, not right. Hey, do you mind if I start my intro speech again? Biker Riley sent out wheezing. I mean, granted, the Pokemon we have left are pretty damn strong, but... Hey guys, thanks for hanging out and happy Sunday. Just to give you a little programming note, I've got I took some time today to whip up a couple segments that should be fun. I got some game history to talk a little bit about, some games that came out today, and I'm looking forward to getting into some gamer news as well because I found some stuff today that, well, I'd seen it yesterday, and today I was like, dude, I gotta get on this. A little dev drama, so yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about yeah, again, some dev drama, some back in the day, show you the games that came out today. And it should be fun. I thought I'd be working on trying to finish the video that I did from me trying to visit the Game Awards, not being allowed in, but I haven't been able to finish that yet, so I just wanted to see what's... Okay. Hey, want to have a speed battle? Hello! As I speed down the hill. Oh, yeah, trying to edit down a video that I did from it was from Friday's stream, where I talked about my time at the Game Awards. And damn, it takes so long to just take a longer clip and other footage, put it together, and bring you know, kind of get something a little you know, cut the fat a bit, and taking a lot longer than I expected. It's been a while since I've dealt with a longer video. Most I have to admit, most of the stuff I've edited in the last year or so has, you know, only been a matter of a few minutes. Really short stuff. But yeah, I want to get that done and get it posted, just because, you know, I mean, obviously it's the story's going cold a little bit. It's been a few days since the Game Awards, so want to get that up and posted. Hopefully I can do that tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. It's not difficult. It could just be tedious, and it's also just been I really enjoy editing. I like doing a lot of comedy edits too, but I'm learning, you know, different editing styles for different types of projects, and this is definitely I think the last several ones I've done were, you know, kind of, again, edits that were quite a bit shorter, and even though they were shorter, they were a little more intensive than what I'm doing now, which is mostly trying to shorten it, but even still, that's taken a lot of editing to put stuff together and find the ways to cut some of it, and as always, when you edit something, you're tasked with the decision of, I mean, if you're editing it for yourself, you don't have someone above you telling you what they're looking for, then you're tasked with having to sort of know how much to put into it. How heavy of an edit do you want? You know, when is it done? These are questions that aren't always easy to answer. You know, because you could theoretically, let's say you have a video you're trying to work on. I mean, you could just keep editing that thing for a I mean, you know, there's always something else to do, just to make smoother or to clean up or to make more involved, you know? So at a certain point, you kind of have to realize, like, okay, what is the purpose of this project, you know? Sorry for the blinking, guys. I'm trying to get to the Pokemon Center. It's really stroby when you're biking. But yeah, you know, what's the purpose of this video? Can it be a little more slow burn, this video? Like, or do I need to make it super shortcuts? Throw a bunch of stuff in the face, you know, yeah, Fireball, that makes sense, right, yeah. Yeah, I guess that they give you a little extra downward velocity. And it did blink faster than I think it would have just on a regular bike. That's funny. Good, yeah, good call. Anyway, all that is to say, I hope to have the video done by, well, I hope tomorrow. It's, I should get some time to work on it tomorrow, but at the latest Tuesday. And then I'll move on. You know, I can finally move on. I'm trying to ramp this stuff up in terms of, like, production, and it is difficult, you know? The turnaround times that some content creators have just blows my mind, because for many of them, it is a combination of practice making them quick edit. I mean, well, if you're of a certain size, you've probably got someone else editing for you, you know? That's pretty common. Especially, I mean, when I say of a certain size, you're a bigger, you know, quite a big streamer, or making money through that, and or sponsorships, and at a certain point, you're probably delegating some of those tasks, you know. I'm nowhere near asking anybody to, or having someone else kind of cover some of that administrative stuff for me, the editing, the posting, the I'm nowhere near that. So it'll be a one-man show for the foreseeable future. That's it, huh? That's it for I think we fought everybody we could fight. I want to make sure we didn't miss anyone, but I don't think we did. Might spend a little time in the tall grass.
This is where the fun begins.
This back sprite for Executor is really funny. These faces. Oh, I forgot that. They don't want to be able to run lots of times. I don't know that there's going to be much new for us here in the grass. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't realize with poison it was every 4 steps. I knew it had to be a certain number, but yeah, that's funny. Yeah, and since you're hitting that so much faster, 4 steps, you're getting too much quicker. So yeah, you just get a strobe light if a Pokemon's poisoned. You think after putting a bunch of Japanese kids in the hospital, this franchise would, by this point, they would have already done that, so you would think that, that this franchise would be a little more sensitive to, well, photosensitivity, but, you know. Nope, don't get poison on Cycling Road, you'll have a seizure. It's all downhill, so it's totally exhilarating unless you're poisoned. It's a great sort of feeling that you can't get from a ship or train. We don't have our cutter. But we're back in Celadon. I'm like, wait, have we been here yet? I mean, I'm pretty sure we came here from the east earlier. I'm getting this Kanto post game has taken so long that I've forgotten everything. We may not have been here yet. Well, I mean, I don't know who these Celadon is a really nice town. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Celadon Game Corner, eh? I think we have been here since... I don't know, actually. I won a Porygon, but I was short by 100 coins. Damn. Whew. I've got to stay calm and cool. I can't lose my cool or I'll lose all my money. Yeah, buddy. Sure, the only thing keeping you from losing your money is your cool. Has nothing to do with the house or odds or any of that. Especially when... I mean, then again, I guess this is kind of a skills-based game, I think. These slot machines. If I remember this correctly, as a kid, I kind of learned the timing. At least on the first gen. I don't remember Gen 2 very well. I don't remember the game's game corner very well. Playing the slots too. I'm trying to get enough coins for a prize Pokemon, but I don't have enough coins yet. I guess we haven't been to Celadon yet. You may exchange your coins for fabulous prizes next door. It is some fun. I think it's a great track for a you know, a little gambling lounge, a little gambling parlor, pachinko lounge. A can of soda. Someone must be coming back. Huh? It's empty. Oh, I barely... This is like... I'm not remembering these. I mean, I am, but it's so... I don't think I ever really messed with this. So we're trying to bet which Pokemon is under this card? Level 5. I don't think I'll be spending a lot of time on this game, honestly. Let's, get me to the slots. Where's the slots? Did they take slots out in this one? I can't remember what they did. Okay, no, we got them. Yeah, I barely remember that other game. That's funny. Oh, can you like do a little card counting, Fireball? Just by knowing what's already been played, or kind of curious how it gets easier. If I remember correctly, this is kind of a skill game, or a game of skill versus chance. Just comes down to timing. Yeah, I shot for that and I got it. So let's see, 7, 7, 7, 7. A little early, huh? Let's try for Squirtle. Can I see the little blue boy? A little easier to catch that 7 than it is some of these others. Oh, I see. Okay. Right, okay. Yeah, it could be worth checking out. Thanks for the explanation on that, Fireball. A little late. Didn't have a good grip. I know this isn't exactly the most exciting content. If you wanted to watch gambling, you could go hang out on Kick or something, you know. But I won't be here for too long. But I did want to give it a few shots. A little late. Hard to see anything other than the 7, really. That's the one that stands out. Just. Well, I did my best on that first go, and then nowhere close ever since. Try for the cherries. Won 6 coins. All right, how about we do a few more tries? I really would like to get a jackpot, but I got an audience watching. You know, the pressure's on. You know. Yeah, if I was by myself, I'd have this all day. You know, just jackpot after jackpot. You know. Love this music. Great music for a you know, for this segment here. You know, I don't know actually. That I'm kind of curious. I don't think I can with I'm playing this on the Retron 5, which is kind of an emulator box, but I don't know if it lets me get to that level of control. I don't think I've noticed speed in the options. That's a solid idea. There it is. Big money, big money. Started with 100 coins, huh? Oops. Yeah, thanks, Fireball. So. A little late. I like these like little animations and stuff that will change the last, you know, change your last hit. All right, how about 3 more and then I'll run away. Well, we'll get out of here. Starting to get a little, just watching flashing lights. Oh, I had that one. Come on, you guys cheated me. It's not going to be enough, Golem. Just give it up. Take a long time to get to a 7. Oh, shucks. All right, one more. I think we were 1 off. That's okay. All right, we'll run. We'll get out of here. Yeah, let me see what's up with that card game. I don't know that I get it, but I think I mostly just understand that, you know, you're trying to bet. Yeah, I'll just say I don't really get it yet, but let's get in and see what we can do. We got some coin to play around with at this point, so. All right, so this is like a betting like a whole row. So we need to guess their level. Like you said, it's kind of a roulette, huh? So we're trying to. I need to guess. I can guess. I can put a bunch of coins down and guess that it's a Pikachu of any level. So there's you have to get both the Pokemon. You need to highlight both the Pokemon and its level, I'm guessing, in order to hit on it. And of course, the more you highlight, the more the bigger your bet is going to be. So I'm just going to start with, say it's a Pikachu level 1. It was not. 4 suits like standard poker cards law, right? But only numbers 1 to 6. Okay. Right. So at this point, yeah, we've had a Jiggly 1. I see, and I know that the Jiggly 1 has got to be gone at this point because they've taken it off the board. What would this be? Like a... I'm trying to figure out how much money I'm spending here, I suppose. Same bet no matter where you play. Bigger payouts the more precise you aim. Thank you. Well, it might start to try big, you know? Level 4 peak is gone. You guys seem to like these Pikachus. Yeah, is everyone gonna be Pikachu at the beginning? Like, there's gotta be a level of randomness to it, right? You're not just giving us all Pikachus, are you? No, okay. That's right, we've had a Jiggly too. Silly me. Funny that you can still bet the ones that are empty, you know? 2 to 1 with better than... Right, okay. I see. In these boxes on the left, this thing kind of bordering on the left side, is this how many attempts we have left, I guess, or something like that? Yeah, it's got to be one of these Oddish or Polyworld at some point, but not necessarily right now. That's a lot, too. That's a lot of money. Times 24, yeah. Give me a 5. So I suppose we have 3 more chances here. This is interesting. Yeah, it's just 3 coins. Oh, I can do 6. Oh, I see. I can bet like a couple of, for 3 coins. Huh. I get it. I'm a little... Yeah, that's what I was trying this last time, just because nothing there has been picked. There it is. So, because we selected so many, that's not a very big payout. Okay. Oh yeah, this makes a lot more sense now. Thank you for that. It's still an amount of luck, of course, but you at least can do a little deduction, you know? 6 or 5 is most likely. I guess it could have been a 3 too. Okay. This is our last attempt, and then they're going to make us step away from the machine. Sir, step away from the machine. This is going to give me like a coin or something. No, not even that. Cards have been shuffled. Okay, I see. Well, that's cool. That's a cool little game. I don't think I understood how to play it as a kid, and now I get it. It's an oddish, I know. I'm gonna do one more round. It's gonna be a, it's gonna be a 3. Watch it. It's gonna be a 3. Watch it. It's gonna be a 3. Watch it. They're like, okay, you're just gonna keep betting 3, aren't you? No, I'm just gonna... Yay! It finally was a 3. Okay. You gotta send me a Pikachu at some point. My cat is hunting outside the door. Knew it had to come eventually, but dang, had to wait a while. Let's see. Okay, you know, at this point, let's see. Still a pretty good chance it's a Pikachu. Maybe better than anything else. Oh, other than, Oddish. I'm afraid to just select a single card, you know? But that's how you get your big money. I don't know what this thing is. It is a Pikachu 4. Low odds of getting it correct. It's a Pikachu. Yay! Oh, that's... Oh, I guess I still had one more, I think I had one more left, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing I was good at the slots as a kid, you know? Where I could, you know, I mean, it was probably about like what I did earlier, you know, after 5 minutes or so I would get one, and... But yeah, I feel like I got it down pretty easy. I used to also drum, and I may be dealing with a little bit of lag too, playing this on an emulator, and you know, got the NES controller hooked up to it, but yeah, as a kid, I would, you know, since I drummed and stuff, I was, you know, in the band, I remember whenever they would give skill games like that, I was pretty good at them. Maybe I'm not quite as good as I am now, and again, some of that I think is due to not playing, occasionally not playing these games on original hardware, you know, which makes a huge difference, you know. Yeah, thanks for the encouragement, Fireball. I was gonna walk away, but I'm glad we went back, and you know what? In fact, I'm gonna try one more of the card games. Actually, same thing over here. Yeah, let's do one more. In fact. Yeah, this is a funky game. This is interesting. Yeah, the layout of it. I absolutely didn't get it what was going on as a kid. Do. I'd love to just strike it big on one of these too. That'd be fun. Come on, give me that oddish. It's coming at some point. I like the 1s, 3s, and 6s. Come on, give me a 1. Pretty bad luck on this one. Bad guessing. There's more 3s in here than anything else. There we go. Hey Ichigo, what's up and welcome. How you doing? We're getting our gambling on, you know? Just a little, trying our hand at this, like, bizarre roulette / cards thing that they've got going on here. I like the 3s. In fact, you know what? It's our last one. I'm going with this one. Here we go. Oh! I can't say that I was one off. Alright, here's our last round, I guess. I like the 3s. Here we go. I'm going with this one again. That might be a good payout. Yeah. Okay, cool. I got a single card picked and got it correct. Sweet. We're walking out of here with 401 coins. Don't you need like an ungodly amount to get the like the Porygon and stuff? Cleaned me out yesterday, so it should pay out today. Gambler's conceit right here. It's this machine I want. It cleaned me out yesterday, so it should pay out today. You know, that's That attitude will get you in a lot of trouble, you know? Like, I've lost these last several times. I have to win the next time. No, that's not how statistics works, you know? It doesn't matter how many times you just lost. You have the same chances of losing as you always did on every single pull, you know? Assuming that there's no you know, skill involved, and it is all luck, which I guess, you know, in those slot games there is skill involved. So here in the Pokemon world, a gambler's fallacy. Yeah. Right, Fireball. Yeah. Right. I got no chance of losing this time. You know, I've been losing up and down over and over again. But this I've lost so much, there's no way that the next one could be a loser too. Leftovers sitting in the bin. Look at that. Leftovers is one of the better held items in this game. You get a little bit of HP every turn. Whoever's holding it. We're holding an eat-a-thon contest. We can't serve you right now. Sorry. Happy Sunday, guys. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good weekend. It's her notes on trades. So far, I've found 7 traders who want to trade Pokemon. Keep reading. Kyle from Violet City. Oh, this is actually pretty sweet. I'm going to take a little note here. Kyle, Violet City, a Politoed in exchange for Jump Bluff. I'm guessing these are real trades and not just, you know, I don't know, made up in the game. In Goldenrod, Mike is offering Caesar in exchange for a Mag Cargo. Thank you for mentioning offering in exchange for Mag Cargo. So the first one is what they're offering. Tim from Olivine. We'll trade Kingdra for Lantern. Kingdra for Lant. He has and wants. Cool. Next up, sure, Blackthorn's Amy. Emmy? E-M-Y? I don't know, I mean, Amy, often in Japanese. E-M-I? I don't know. Emmy? Emmy would often have 2 M's, but hey, you never know, right? Her Aerodactyl for a Dragonair, okay? Arrow for... I think we actually did that one, possibly. I don't know. No, maybe we just caught our Dragonair. Chris out in Pewter City wants to give a Kabuto for a Hunter. Chris, wait, where was he? Kabuto for a Hunter. Was that Pewter? Route 14. I'm not even using my regular notebook, so I'm probably going to lose this anyway. I don't know why I'm doing this. She wants should trade an Ammonite for a Houndoom. I wonder how many of these are the, I wonder how many of these are the, like, part of this patch, the Crystal 251 patch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn, how many trades? You've already given me 6, I think. Some scientists in the power plant on Route 10. Seems familiar. Steelix for a Mr. Mime. I think we did that one. but I'm not sure. Or at least we encountered it. So far, that's all I've found. I wonder if they found trading partners yet. Fireball said, in fact, come back here after doing all these trades. I bet something happens. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Olga. Yeah, she's in, Olga's the trading. She keeps up with the trading stuff. And she's in, Celadon. That's right. Hiking through all of Kanto and Johto. Look at you. Me too. Met a lot of fun people on my adventure. I'm taking a break in here to update my notes. Thanks for letting me read your notes here. Ichigo said, or Fireball said, Game Freak. Oh, I've missed some stuff in the chat. My bad. Fireball said that's just a sound of strategy. Oh yeah, I did read that one. Yeah, right. Fireball said Game Freak wouldn't red herring us like this. I trust these notes. Yeah. And like I said, I wonder if any of them are part of this Crystal 251 patch, because they added some extra trades in this game to try to get you to 251. You know, but I'm not that familiar with Gen 2. Still haven't done it in a very long time, so I don't. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell which trades were originally in it and which ones weren't. Ichigo said, pretty good weekend. Went on a double date Friday night to a swanky vegan restaurant. Oh, nice. Very cool. Were you eating with some folks who were vegan? So they brought you to their place? Awesome, dude. Glad you had the double date. That's a good setup, you know? That's a... I think through, what is this? I think through, like a lot of the folks that my partner has worked with, you know, the sort of double date thing has come through that a few times, just because, you know, she'll often, you know, work with someone and then yeah, we'll meet at like a work function or something. And yeah, I've had a couple of friends that it's been sort of the slow growth friendship, because it is mostly like double date contexts, or it's like, okay, my wife knows her coworker and they have a solid relationship, and then me and the coworker's partner, you know, we have to like grow that over time, you know, just hey, just because our partners are friends, you know, you gotta, you know, it can take some time to grow that friendship, you know. I feel like there's a few, that dynamic has happened a few times, and I haven't, it's been a few years since I've had since I've gone in for work. I've been working from home for a while, so I'm not really meeting a whole lot of, you know, new friend material through work necessarily, since most of my work is very right now very inside, very lonely. The promotion on all gaming systems. Hell yeah. Would you like to see what we have? Great. Which one are you after? Look at this. Was this in Crystal originally? The N64, is that the one you want? We're currently selling it for just 1,996 Pokebucks. What do you say? No worries, we'll be here whenever you're ready. Is this gonna go in our room or something? It looks like the Super NES is here. Yeah, Super Nintendo. You'll never run out of fun with that, baby. We're running out of stock, though. Well, that's cool, Ichigo, yeah. I saw your message a little bit ago. Forgot to say something. Yeah, that's cool, man. At a good spot. All the omnivores can they can appreciate it, you know. That's some good food. That's a limited edition Jungle Green Nintendo 64. It's a display unit though. Sorry, but I can't sell that one. Do you collect Pokemon? I used to collect Graveler, but now I collect Pokemon trading cards. Check this one out. Oh, very cool. It's from the new Neo set. I got an extra booster pack for my buddy, but he just moved to Goldenrod. Really? You know Kangaskid? I mean, I might have met them, but man, I've met a lot of people out here. You'll deliver these cards to him in Goldenrod? Wow, thanks, Benji. What's your friend's name? I'm gonna talk to them again. Buddy and Goldenrod. I mean, I'll be able to find him, I'm sure. Okay. Bring cards to a friend. My grandson is into gaming, so I thought I'd come down here and get him a gift. But to tell you the truth, I'm a bit overwhelmed. There's so much to choose from. And what are these, some games to play over here? Mystery gifts, yeah, that was a funny thing from this gen, Fireball. Also, the, you could have Pokemon hold a piece of stationery, or mail, I think they call it, or something. I can't remember. But yeah, you can, I think you can write a note, and then have that Pokemon hold that note, or stationery, or whatever the hell it is. And then you could trade it over to a friend. Pokemon Snap Photo Station. I remember those. Print your photos as stickers here. If you want to print out a snap of one of your current Pokemon, please make sure a print credit exists, then press A to print. We are not ready to print, unfortunately. Favorite puzzle game on the 64. I always change the settings to the 3D mode. Wait, what game was that? Almost lost it there. Sorry, but I gotta focus. Pokemon Puzzle League. Okay, that's funny. Someone told me the story of Pokemon Puzzle League, and that it was a reskin, I believe. They called it by its original franchise name when it was in Japan, if I remember correctly. And I'm trying to remember, was it like Puyo or something? Or, I can't remember. I love the new Pokemon Stadium 2. I like that the Stadium mode has this brand new Challenge Cup. See, okay, I have to say, this stuff, it seems kind of corny now, but like, as a kid, this kind of meta stuff, it was pretty mind-blowing for its time, because games were getting to the point where they would really reference other... I mean, you're at a point with this, you're in Gen 2 Pokemon, and already the lore is big. There's the trading card, there's the anime, there's the Pokemon Puzzle League, you know, other spin-off games. And I think this kind of stuff sort of... As a kid, I appreciated that kind of fan service, you know? I know the new one came out, but first, Pokemon Stadium is still... They're just selling you all Game Freak stuff in this room. That's really all that this is. This Lickitung minigame is so funny. Yeah, it's funny to go in here now and just kind of realize, like, yeah, this is just an advertisement for the other Pokemon spin-off stuff. And then, of course, a little bit of a... I don't know if you could call this one an ad, but, you know, at least a reference to these other Nintendo systems. Oh, they're in a battle. Pikachu, use Thundershock! Dead. Whoa, I was almost done for. Porygon, use Recover! Sorry, I can't talk right now. My friend here thinks that the blue version is the better game. We're battling to prove which one is the best. Let me guess. You think... Your friend thinks the red version is the best. Porygon, use Zap Cannon. Yikes, that was a close one. Pikachu, take this full heal. Sorry, I can't talk right now. My buddy here thinks that the red version is the better game. We're battling to prove which one is the best. This is a cute room here, yeah. All things Pokemon. I think as a kid, this would have been pretty mind-blowing. Kind of hard to explain the extent, because if you're younger and you don't have a whole lot of experience with these older generations of Pokemon, I think you could get the sense that maybe it wasn't quite as mind-blowing as it is, or as it was, you know, and it truly was. I mean, for a series that, I mean, these graphics are not exactly amazing. Take a look at first gen, you know, it was kind of behind the time a bit. Took so long to develop it and to get it to the West, you know. But damn, the way that every kid at school is talking about Pokemon. You're seeing commercials for it. There's the trading cards showing up everywhere, the anime, so on and so forth. You're just kind of inundated with all things Pokemon, and at that time, I think it felt very the crossover between the real world and playing these games. You know, it was a pretty seamless transition, and it felt, this world felt believable in a way, as silly as that might sound. And the idea of like being out and about and sort of daydreaming, like, oh, what if these Pokemon from the game, if I were to see them in person? And of course, first couple gens, the Pokemon were pretty, you know, they were pretty tied to like real world, for the most part, real world animals and objects, you know? So I just feel like it, just over here waxing poetic about Pokemon, but yeah, man. Man, you should have been there, man. Back in the day, Gen 1 and Gen 2, man. No, I'm just saying, like, I think these games felt so big. The universe felt huge, and it felt intimately connected to our own world because of all the crossover events. Because you could go to Books A Million every Saturday or whatever, and they're doing card game tournaments or link battles, you know? See that pond out in front of the house? Grimer lived there now. Where did they come from? This is a serious problem. And this water? Not even a nibble. Let's save. How we doing, guys? Vibe check. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Sunday. Stay tuned. At some point, gonna get into some gamer news. Got some fun stuff to talk about, and yeah, a little bit of back in the day as well. Gamer news. We're gonna talk a little dev drama. Catch up on some stuff from the last few days, since I've been a little preoccupied with the Game Awards and trying to get that video of me showing up at the Game Awards. Trying to get that video edited down. It's taken a long time, so I thought I would spend more time editing that video today so I could just get it up on YouTube, but there's some news that's come out the last few days that I wanted to get to and haven't yet, so that's coming up soon. Team Rocket's hideout is in the basement of the game corner. Oh wait, that was 3 years ago. You kind of look like the dude who helps us. The yo champ in the making. You seen? Hi, I'm back visiting my hometown. Wow, you're from Kanto, huh? It's been quite a while. Oh, by the way, Benji, have you caught the legendary Pokemon Raikou and Entei? I have not. Okay, if you catch even one, I hope that you'll inform me. I'm counting on you, Benji. So you seen in Celadon, they want us to catch one of those other legendary doggies, Raikou and Entei, right? Let's see what Green Hair has to say. Erica is a master of grass Pokemon. She'll make you pay if you don't watch yourself. Oh, I meant to tell you guys, I've been playing a little Yakuza 0 recently, and that's been fun. My partner and I have been playing that kind of like at the end of the evening, the last few nights, and yeah, so far so good. It's a very cinematic game. I think I have to admit, like, we're still fairly early in it, and we don't have a whole lot of freedom. I think the game is kind of trying to teach us some... It's trying to not inundate you with too much at once, you know, but it's a little walking simulator-esque at first. At least initial impression. But I'm enjoying the storyline, and yeah, it's got a really cinematic feel to it it's been a lot of fun so far. This is the back of the high rise here. Oh, this is where like the Game Freak devs are, aren't they? Up here on the roof. This is just a, you know, you can kind of just create a box here. You know, this perspective is so strange. But yeah. Oh, Yakuza 0. We fired that up, I think, for the first time Friday night. We played it Friday and then last night too. We're not too far into it, but, you know, a lot of cutscenes. Very vibey, you know, as some might say. But yeah, kind of at the beginning, the game is pretty on rails. I think they're trying to not, like, overwhelm you with too much stuff, but you kind of have to go exactly where they want you to go at first, you know. And then I have the feeling it will sort of open up a bit once they get a little more story out of the way. But yeah, dude, I would like to play some of the older ones. And then there's that remake of Yakuza, you know, the first one that came out after 0, called Kiwami, Yakuza Kiwami. I've heard that's a great way to, if you don't go back and play the original Yakuza, that Kiwami is a good way to do it. It's a good remake with a lot of the, you know, PS4 stylings. Yeah. Polka dot bow. Look at that. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've got my polka dot bow. Okay. Yeah. Throw that in the item pocket. Yeah. Like I said, I was reading about which ones to play, because you know how it could be like kind of intimidating getting into a new series. And some people were saying play 0. Some people were saying play either the first the PlayStation 2 Yakuza, or Kiwami, the remake. And I decided to go with 0. It is a prequel, and some people were saying, look, I don't recommend playing 0 first, because it is a prequel that was designed to kind of, you know, like basically to give you like references to the stuff that someone who'd already played all the games before would get. And they get the treat of going back in time and seeing these characters they already know, seeing their, you know, coming up, or seeing them when they're younger or whatever. So I get that. But yeah, other people were like, I don't think it's that big of a deal, you know. But yeah, having played the other games does make 0 better, you know, but still, people were saying it's a fine place to start. And so I went with that one. I also was I had to admit, I was kind of excited with the late 80s setting. That appeals to me, of course, as a big retro head, you know. But yeah, it's a fascinating time for me, and a lot of the shit that there's a lot of cultural exports that came out of the late 80s that mean a lot to many of us, whether it's the games or you know, a lot of the music. You know, this is like some peak city pop's been out for a bit, and you know, the Japanese economy was also on fire. Well, was you know, churning out the yen. You know, the yen was very strong against the dollar, and Japan's economy was just yeah, it's peak Double Dragon, dude. Late 80s. We're talking Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3. I want to get to the Pokemon Center, actually, back, and then we'll get our cutting Pokemon back. Yeah, Peak Double Dragon, hell yeah. Dragon Quest is the hottest game on the block, you know? I guess I could teach Executor Cut if I'm gonna keep them around. Maybe I'll do that, honestly. I'm just gonna teach them Cut because I don't think I won't be using them forever, especially since I used an Executor on the last when I did Yellow. I played through a Yellow. No, I don't think so, Ichigo. No, it was more me going in here. You're good. Thanks for reminding me too what we were talking about. I got into Pokemon mode for a second. Yeah. Yeah, the economy was doing really well, and you know, it's known as Bubble Japan. You know, their economy was on the bubbles before it all popped. But let's teach I'm gonna teach Cut to somebody, I think. Wait, it's got the HMs at the top. Yeah, and you know, the bottom would really fall out. I think at the end of the 80s, or maybe it was like the early 90s. I think that they basically, their economy pretty much crashed and went into really hard recession. He can't even use it. He can't learn it. In a recession that they truly haven't really pulled out of. And yeah, that was kind of peak Japanese economy. They were also just, I mean, they were huge players on the world stage with, you know, buying up, I mean, the, like all the electronic exports that they had, also just like buying up a lot of real estate, and a lot of the stuff that you hear at this point about China, especially like on the West Coast, in terms of how they've, a lot of Chinese citizens, and even like state, you know, state-owned groups or companies or whatever have bought like a lot of land and are getting really involved in real estate and just like spreading their money out elsewhere by, you know, through real estate or whatever other means. You got to park that money somewhere, you know. All right. But yeah, they've kind of brought that up in this game too, about just how loaded with cash everybody is, and Ichigo, I'm just kind of cracking up at seeing your last comment. Yeah, I saw it, and then a couple minutes later, I just looked back. I saw it again. I love the idea of, like, it was said in one of my streams, sorry, I feel like I cut off your segment on the Japanese economy. You know? Thanks, man. That's so funny. Like, I'm not at all trying to make fun. I just, it's that's a little bit of this stream in a nutshell, I think. It's, you know, I cut off something you were on about, you know. I know you meant it in a good way, but yeah, it seems like a very random topic. If you didn't follow the lead up to it, it would seem like a really random thing to get into. We talk about the big stuff, guys. We're talking about the Japanese bubble economy, okay? We're talking developer drama. Meowth even brings money home. Good for you, Meowth. This was before your meow. You could put your Meowth all over social media. Yeah, we're talking about that. Yeah. Hey, Hanson. Yeah. Sorry, I feel like I cut off your segment on the price of tea in China. Yeah. Yeah. Someone was in the middle of composing an email. I hope you'll come visit Kanto. I think you'll be surprised at how much things have changed here. You'll also see many Pokemon that aren't native to Johto. To the producer, or getting into the meta. This is the... I think we're in the Game Freak, like, headquarters at this point. There you go. Gamer lifestyle. Absolutely, Ichigo. Yeah. Okay. Game Freak development room. We were just talking about developer drama, but I didn't mean these guys. Is that right? I'm the game designer. Filling up your Pokédex is tough, but don't give up. I'm the graphic artist. I drew you. Oh, I forgot. We can look in the screens. It's a detailed drawing of a pretty girl. Aw. Thank you. He did a drawing of me. A pretty girl. Wow. Okay, what's over here? It's crammed with reference materials. There's even a Poké doll. Aren't the twins adorable? Jasmine's pretty too. Oh, I love them. Okay, we'll talk to the next person. Who, me? I'm the programmer. Play the slot machines. I did. Whoa. Dang, dude. Telling a kid to play the slot machines. It's the game. I remember this. I think it says it's the game program. Something like, I think it's probably important. I shouldn't mess with it or something like that. It's the game program. It has the Pokemon. Oh, hey, here we go. It has the Pokemon 251 patch. Version 2.3. I think in Gen 1, there's a line about like, yeah, it has something about I'm seeing the code for the game. I better not mess with it or something. High places. I do love them so. I'd say the only thing that loves heights as much as me is smoke. High, he talking about getting high.
Introducing Magic Mushroom, the long-lasting air freshener from Airwick.
I feel like there's some innuendo with this guy. Say the only thing that loves heights as much as me is smoke. He came up here for a smoke break, you know. He's gonna go back down and do a little programming in a second. Had to get out of the office for a second. Smells like BO in there. Alright, I think I'm going to exit this area, get a save in, and then I think it'll be about time for a break. I've been at this thing for 2 hours. So I'll give a break, and then I think we'll hit those segments. Let's do that. I always loved this theme, too. Alright, and get us a save state as well. There we go, cool. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Hanson, Ichigo. We've had Fireball Ferret as well. Thank you guys for chilling. I'm gonna take a little break, and yeah. When I get back, we'll talk a little gamer news. Talk about some infighting amongst devs. And then we'll talk about some games that came out today. We'll celebrate a few anniversaries. Should be fun. So, yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys in, I'm gonna take about a 5-minute break, okay? Since I've been at it for about 2 hours. So I'll be back here at about 5 minutes till the top of the hour, okay? All right, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks. Here. Oh, hey, thanks, Fireball. Yeah, I didn't mean to call you out. I was more just like trying to thank the folks who had come through so far. Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't trying to put anybody on blast but yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for hanging out. So cool. All right, I'm gonna take that 5-minute break. I'll be back here at 5 till the top of the hour. See you soon. Hey, yo, almost back, guys. Sorry, just let me finish the snack real quick. BRB.
Now you're playing with power. Hey, yo. Hey, PaRVéNation, how's it going? Good to see you guys. Happy Sunday. Yeah, that, right. But this is going to be an ASMR stream as I have my snack, and you guys have to hear me munching and crunching. For real, though, I got to stop eating. Someday I will learn my lesson about eating granola bars during the break. Not today. Probably not tomorrow either, just gonna be honest. But yeah, fun. Alright guys, in just a second I'm gonna get into some, we'll get into a little game history and talk a little game news too. God. Please wash down, you stupid granola bar. Oh my god. Alright guys, let's do it. Let's talk a little game history first. Let's go history first, and then we'll come back with some news. So yeah, once again, happy Sunday guys. Thanks for chilling. Yeah, let's talk a bit about the good old days first, then we'll jump forward. 30 years ago today, a game rocked the world, and this was a very bombastic release. Doom. I don't know if we got any Doom heads, any Doomers. Doom was a really big release. Obviously, for many people, I think it was one of those early first-person shooters that I think just got a lot of attention. Wolfenstein being another one, but damn, Doom got a lot of headlines, and it, in the wake of Columbine, I think Doom's reputation grew, and it became a huge target for people talking about violence in video games, and, you know, have these games gone too far? Yeah, because I think it was rumored that the Columbine killers, that they had created some kind of map or something somewhat resembling their school, and they would go in it and use that. Yeah, I'll say no more, right? But they would use that kind of as a practice run, if you will, which is obviously, you know, extremely fucked up. Yeah. Hey, 1-800, welcome. I didn't hear your Sonic, actually. What did it play? Oh, maybe it's not working. I don't know. Sorry about that. Welcome, 1-800. Yeah, Doom. Yeah, totally disrespectful. But yeah, Doom. Yeah, huge game. It had kind of a crazy reputation, of course, and I think that this was a game that it got a lot of visibility It would be mentioned a lot in these, you know, I don't know if it was mentioned in those hearings, but it still was brought up a bunch and was kind of like the target, I think, for, it's just such an easy target if you're wanting to wage a war against, you know, violent video games. I think Doom was kind of often at the forefront of that. A very hellacious game, you know, no pun intended. It's a crazy one. I've definitely played Doom, but I've never beaten it or anything. I got more into Wolfenstein 3D, and I got more into Dark Forces, Star Wars Dark Forces. Those were both in that same, very similar to Doom. You first person, you're seeing the gun move. You know, you've got a little character avatar who like makes little grunt faces whenever they shoot or whenever they get hit. You know, it's the, you know, it's just like this, like you're watching them also get beat up and get more bloodied and stuff as their health percentage goes down. But yeah, Doom. I know enough about the game though, and have played enough to know that, I mean, it really kind of defined a genre for a long time. So yeah, the visceral wins, exactly. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, that's a little bit about Doom. Hard to believe it's 30 years ago that this game came out, and this game was absolutely everywhere. Yeah, couldn't escape it for a time. So yeah. We salute you, Doom. 30 years ago, you took a lot of bad rap. Much of that was undeserved, I think. But yeah, 30 years ago, right? Just a blink of the eye in the old geological scales. 1-800. No worries. Next up, we got Wario's Woods. I wonder if anybody else has ever played this one. I've played it for the NES. I think we rented it as a kid, and then. I had a turn on it somewhat recently because I think it's on the Nintendo Switch Online. I believe it may be on the NSO, the NES app for the Nintendo Switch Online. But yeah, it's a puzzle-based game, and I'm pretty sure. Well, I have the date here. It came out in 1994, which, if you know anything about these timelines, that's pretty late for an NES game, right? 1994. That's a few years into the Super Nintendo's life, but good NES games kept coming. Yeah, Wario's Woods. I'll show you a little picture of the gameplay too. Yeah, it was a puzzle-based thing. You're taking Toad or a similar toadstool, and you're basically like grabbing these objects and trying to put them together. This one has a ton of bombs on it, but yeah, you're trying to like get, I think 4 in a row of these items, 3 or 4 in a row, and you know, you can flip things. He can like you know, flip what he's holding with what he's standing next to or on top of, or it's something like that. There was a way to like flip these tiles and stuff. Yeah, that's touche to that 1-800. It is kind of the OG Candy Crush. I actually am thinking of some similarities, but yeah, it was pretty fun for its day. Also, one more thing I want to mention about this, just to zoom in, one of the interesting things about some of these late NES games done by Nintendo is that they started to get into the Super Mario World styling, and you can see that if you look in the background, and you notice those hills and those clouds. You know, the hills. You had similar things in, you know, in the Mario NES games, but I think especially the clouds setting it over the top, like they're really trying to reconcile, or, you know, kind of like have a standard, here's what the Mushroom Kingdom looks like, a standard aesthetic. And they started to get into that in some of these late games. You can also see that in Mario is Missing. If you guys have ever played that one, that's a really strange title. But you can tell it took a lot of visual inspiration from Mario World. And yeah, those hills they looked different though in Super Mario 3. That is kind of closer to what they would use in World. But Yeah. Anyway, that kind of just struck me as I was looking at the picture just now. So yeah. So thank you for that. Yeah, 1994, 29 years ago was Wario's Woods. Any Dinosaur Hunters around here? Turok 2, 25 years ago. Turok 2 Seeds of Evil came out. 1998, which is a great year for gaming. I played the first Turok, but I don't know that I ever played Turok 2. And these were some first-person shooters. I remember a lot of... At the time and now, a lot of people talk about the terrible draw distances, at least in the first game, and how they would cover the map in this really thick fog just to try to deal with those terrible draw distances and pop in and things like that. But yeah, I've heard Turok 2 was pretty good, and I rented the first one, played some of it, I liked it. There's a little parts of it were a little bit scary, but it also there was a loneliness to the game, running around in all the fog and low poly environments, you know. So yeah, I don't know if we got any Turok heads or if anybody had anything they could share about this game, but it's a little out of my depth with this one. I don't know that I ever played Turok 2, but I did the first one. And if I had to guess with the first game, you know, I might have made it like a third of the way through or something. It was a rental, and it took me a little while to get used to it. Yeah. Yeah, Turok 2 by Acclaim. Whatever happened to Acclaim, man? You used to see them everywhere. And they were one of the big devs back then, or big publishers, I don't know. One of those. It's all right, Turok 2. Right as the music starts over, I miss my cue to go ahead and switch. The universe tried to line that up for me, and I just steamrolled right through it. All right, Turok 2, thank you for your service. 25 years of service to Turok 2, hunting dinosaurs for the last 25 years. Thank you for that. And I want to get into some gaming news too. This was fun to put together. Yeah, a little gamer news for you. You can see the headline down there. Sorry it's so small, but Nintendo Switch Online surprises fans with 3 Nintendo 64 games. This one kind of flew over my head. I think it happened maybe Friday, and I've been in Game Awards mode since then. I'm trying to edit down a video from Game Awards. But yeah, I missed this, so I wanted to come back and get it. They had 3 new games in the Nintendo Switch, including 1080 snowboarding. And I had a lot of experience with this game. I loved it as a kid. Talk about it a little bit more in a second. And then just to stick with the back in the day theme as well, 1080 came out in 1998. Oh, I forgot to grab the date for one of these. Harvest Moon 64 came out in 1999. That's also now available in the Nintendo Switch Online through the expansion service, I should add, which is a costlier. I think it's like a yearly, more expensive yearly fee, but it gives you access to Nintendo 64 games. And Jet Force Gemini, which I failed to get a...
Go to the bank today. Get yourself $50 in pennies.
I forgot. Thank you for that. I forgot to get a date for Jet Force Gemini. It was kind of a later 64 game. If I had to guess, I'm thinking... I'm giving this one maybe 99 or 2000. I'm kind of curious. Jet Force Gemini. Let me look it up. Give me a date. 1999. October 11th, 1999. It's kind of a later one. But yeah, let's talk about these. I don't know if you guys have experience with these games, but the first and third that I put up there, I've spent a lot of time on. Those are 2 of my most played games. 1080, snowboarding, really fun for its time. I think SSX Tricky probably owes a huge debt. I wonder when Cool Borders came out. I think that was sort of the competition for 1080. Remember the Cool Borders? Awful name. Oh, a terrible name. But very 90s name. But Cool Borders was, I'm pretty sure, a PlayStation a snowboarding game. I didn't think about that when I was putting this together earlier today. But yeah, I think those were sort of competition between the two systems. But yeah, 1080 was really fun. I still remember some of the characters' names and some of the music from it. And yeah, it was cool because it combined racing with also trying to pull some sick tricks too. But I do think racing, if I remember correctly, I think racing was kind of like the main thrust of the game. But yeah, really fun one. Harvest Moon 64, I have no experience with this game other than I always thought it looked really cool when I would read Nintendo Power, and I would, I mean, the art style is very cute. I haven't played a Harvest Moon other than like a few minutes on an emulator many years ago. Granola bar strikes again. Yeah, Harvest Moon 64, you know, another like kind of farming simulator? It's not so much a simulator. But yeah, this is a kind of an early cozy game. I mean, you know, kind of a cartoonish simulation of farming, you know, and homesteading. But yeah, I remember a big part of Harvest Moon 64 that would get coverage in Nintendo Power would be about the romancing options. You could, your character was supposed to find a lucky lady to engage in Mortal Kombat with. No, yeah, you're supposed to wife somebody up, and you know, it's I think I don't know in this one if you get to have kids too, but I think some of those games would extend to that. So yeah, just a cutesy little yeah, like a life sim thing. I'm sure there's some people who could tell us who the best potential romance partners or their favorite were, but I don't really want to hear those opinions from those people anyway. They can keep that to themselves. We're not going to be doing any shipping here today. So yeah, Harvest Moon 64 came out in 1999. Yeah, right, 1-800, yeah. All right, come on. Everybody knows the best wife in the game is blah, blah. No, I actually don't. I don't remember their names. Like I said, I did some reading. Sorry, 1-800, sorry. I did some reading of it in Nintendo Power long ago. But yeah, Jet Force Gemini, Harvest Moon 1080, now available for the Nintendo Switch Online. It's kind of a pricey subscription, but it is just a year-long subscription for the Switch. It's fine, but I really think I've spent some time on Nintendo Switch Online prior to getting a 64, and if you try to play it on a Switch controller, a Switch Pro controller, or the Joy-Cons, these 64 games, the controls are just not good. It's screwed up. So I will say that's one caveat. You can still play these games and get used to it, but if you're used to the original 64 controller for the 64 Nintendo Switch Online games, you might find it frustrating. I played through all of Ocarina of Time on Nintendo Switch Online, and I didn't really get used to the control scheme the whole time, pretty much. It was just because it just never felt totally right. But that might not stop you if you aren't just stuck with a scheme that you grew up with. And they also sell those Nintendo 64 controllers for the Switch now. So you can, and I've heard those are good quality. And they're starting to stock the store more often with them. You couldn't get them for a long time. So yeah, cool. All right, so yeah, Nintendo Switch Online. If that's the only way you have to play these games, it's fine. You know, that'll work for you. Better than nothing at all. And you know, modern day, I recommend giving 1080. And I didn't talk about Jet Force Gemini. Sorry. Quick word about JFG. This game was interesting for its time. I liked it. I think it borrows pretty heavily from Starship Troopers. Honestly, it has a bit of that like satirical, like we're going to war against the bugs. You know, it's a. And everyone's doing their part. Like I saw some stuff from it today that triggered that for me. That it very much is like a, you know, I think it was sort of caught up in that spirit of Starship Troopers. I don't know release dates, actually. I'm just guessing here, but anyway, yeah, you're fighting a bug horde, and, you know, traveling from planet to planet or whatever, if I remember correctly. I can't remember where you're traveling, actually, but I do remember it being a fun shooter with, this is by Rareware as well, so, you know, you're by the same folks that did GoldenEye and did Perfect Dark. Jet Force Gemini was cool. I had a VHS for it, like a promotional VHS for it that came from Nintendo Power. I have heard that the slowdown in this game renders it pretty tough to play these days. I wonder if the Nintendo Switch Online has done anything with that. Be curious to know. I get the sense that this is a game that might not have aged that well, but it was very technically impressive for its time. So yeah. Anyway, thank you. Jet Force Gemini, Harvest Moon, and 1080 now available on the Nintendo Switch Online. You guys want to talk a little drama? You want to talk a little game development drama? You probably heard the news. This has been a developing story over the course of the last couple days, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, let's talk a little drama. It's not involving yours truly. Trying to stay out of the drama, you know, at least for now. But to take you back to the Game Awards just one more time, and I gotta milk this Game Awards for all it's worth, you know. Whoa, dang, dude. But Chris, sorry, I was looking for the name. It wasn't showing up for a little bit. I remembered his last name, but yeah, I couldn't remember his first. Christopher Judge, who is an actor who's been playing Kratos for I guess a long time. I don't know, the God of War character. He got up at the Game Awards and just made a little joke that some people didn't appreciate. I'll keep the music rolling just to keep it easy. But I'll play the joke for you right here. It's just a short clip. He put those Call of Duty devs on notice. Check it out.
Fun fact. My speech was actually longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign.
What? Reacted to his own joke.
Another company I'll never work for.
Another company I'll never work for. All right, so yeah, that's the... Hopefully you could catch the audio there. But yeah, so yeah, a little shade, right? Tossed at Call of Duty. He said, my speech last year was longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign. And, you know, it seemed like a pretty harmless joke, right? I didn't think... It's interesting, you know. I didn't. I think that the reaction of the crowd, he possibly wasn't expecting, or maybe he knew it would get that reaction. But you could tell he's kind of playing to that reaction. Oh, you know, like shots fired. You know. He probably knew he was stirring some people up. Yeah. That's more plausible. He knew he was going to stir some people up, and he's ready to. Oh. But here's the thing, man. The Call of Duty devs, they walked right into the shit, okay? They could have laughed. Could have said it's all fun and games. But no, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, let's keep this Parvinator party going.
Hey, thanks for the sub, Binary. Good evening and welcome. Thanks again. Good to see you. So yeah, like I said, the Call of Duty folks, they could have just, you know, laughed. They could have just had fun, you know. But no, instead, what happened is they tried to come back with the clapback of duty. So what do you do to respond to the call out of duty by Mr. Christopher Judge? Well, you give a clapback of duty. And in no particular order, these are some of the clapbacks that we heard from Barry Sloan. Anybody know who this guy is? another type of another video game actor. Well, among other things. No, not necessarily 1-800. I mean, maybe if you were a big Call of Duty head, you might know it. He's been playing like the main protagonist, I believe, from Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and doing the voiceover and the motion cap and stuff. But yeah, he came up here and he said that Christopher Judge guy writes all his own material. I hear talented. Eye emoji, and then the clown emoji. The clown emoji. I think that clown emoji shows a little level of hurt. You know, it shows a little level of like your joke, man. It burned me. You know. I don't know, right? You're throwing the clown up there. Okay, well, so that's Barry Sloan. And then according to, this is from an IGN article here, some of the tweets that I wanted to look for had already been taken down. I don't know if this one was taken down. However, I couldn't, whenever I tried to click to find it, I couldn't see it anywhere. But Associate Art Director of fellow Call of Duty studio Treyarch, Nelson Plumey weighed in too. Wait, come on guys, you got to proofread. Imagine having, okay, this is my favorite type of online comment. It starts with the word imagine. Imagine having short user engagement once your game is consumed. And then we get another great one, can't relate. People can't help but use like the joke of the day, the joke du jour, the like thing that just gets repeated ad nauseum. And they stuck both imagine and can't relate in there. The only thing they missed is saying something like common God of War L, you know, and then you would have had the Reddit trifecta. Yeah, imagine having short user engagement once your game is consumed. Can't relate. Short user engagement once your game is consumed. So yeah, they're taking this shit personally, right? So after the clapback of duty, this was the counting of duty. Now we're getting into the numbers, right? We're counting the numbers up. Talking about short user engagement, the counting of duty. Right, Binary. And then here comes the cope of duty. This one was from Darcy Sandall. Honestly, as COD developers, we've heard way worse. But, okay, I just would have stopped there. But we don't expect it from a peer at an event that's supposed to be celebrating this year's achievements in gaming, especially with all the information that was leaked about its development. So damn, these guys, like, they really took this seriously. Like, instead of just laughing at it like everybody else, now it's like a shot from another developer. We don't expect it from a peer at an event that's supposed to be celebrating this year's achievements in gaming. Have you never watched any award show in history? Like, I don't know, dude. Have you never fucking heard of a roast? I don't know, man. They're taking it way too seriously, man. These Call of Duty bros are sensitive. They're a bunch of guys who play a first-person game. Or I know the devs aren't exactly the players. It's two groups here, but like I mean this. I mean you don't write this unless like you really think it was like wrong of them to do that, or wrong of Christopher Judge to make that joke. You know, this is like kind of going above and beyond. A little cope of duty here. And then we also have the counterpoint of duty, where one of the Infinity Ward developers, who eventually went on to work with Bungie as a senior systems designer, took to Twitter to voice their opinion on the matter. In a now deleted tweet, he responded to Judge's views by saying, "The metrics that Call of Duty absolutely destroys all of the God of War games, probably combined, TBH, is also equally laughable, if not more." So now they're talking numbers, right? This is the, like, my dad makes more money than your dad thing. This is like whenever you call someone out for shitty behavior and they're like, whatever, I'm rich. Okay, I have Do you have a house like mine? You know, just like, dude, we weren't talking about that, you know? Hey, we were talking about single player campaigns here, you know? So they're taking this stuff really personally, man. Yeah, we had the counting of duty, the cope of duty, the counterpoint of duty coming in from this dev. And how about some consequences of duty? That same dev, I couldn't find the original tweet. And then when I went to even find this one, I couldn't. I could only see it in Google. You know, like the little preview of it, which is why you're seeing it like this. But they said, deleted the tweet as it was causing unnecessary attention. It was meant as backhanded response to a joke that felt quite tough to hear given all the circumstances of development. Not conveyed well, and so apologies for that. Obviously no hate towards God of War. Peace. That feels to me a little bit like the consequences of duty. Because of course, everybody started ripping these guys a new one once they tried to hit him with the clapbacks and stuff. I don't know, man. All this is just funny to me. Like it's over such a like not really that big of a deal, and it is interesting that what is going on with the green screen here? Why is it looking so bad on that side? Stay flat. Jeez. Anyway, low quality. Let me pull something up to cover that. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know, man. This whole situation, it could have just been a joke. Like, I know usually it's you have a host that can do that kind of stuff. Maybe that's the difference in terms of, you know, how a lot of these award shows do have a host who will rip into the people there, but they're often part of that industry too. But as a host, it's like an external thing, and I don't know. I don't know. It's just interesting to me, man. I mean, thank you guys for hearing through it. But yeah, I think those Call of Duty devs, man, they're taking this stuff a little personally, and you know, I don't know, man. They must have never. I don't know if they'd survive a minute in a Game Awards. You know, roast session, right? These fragile Call of Duty bros, man, especially the fan base. You know, they're always saying nobody would have lasted in a Call of Duty lobby. You know, too soft. Sounds like Call of Duty couldn't last in a the mildest roast ever. So yeah, I don't know. What can you do? What can you do? And that, folks, is your game history and gaming news for December 10th, 2023. Thanks for hanging out. That was a fun one. All right, guys, let's get back to some gaming. We can keep talking about this stuff too, but let's go ahead and get into the game. Yeah. Oh, that's not the game. That's game history. I got excited when I saw game. Doesn't take much. I'm just catching up on the chat here a little bit. Binary said, I mean, I don't like devs having 10 seconds to talk and some Hollywood high horse stuck up getting 10 minutes. WTF. Yeah, I saw that, you know, the founder of the Game Awards said that they, mid-show, they started, like, he realized that they weren't having enough time to speak, and that mid-show he put the word out, like, we need to give them longer to talk or something. And yeah, I saw that was one of the storylines from it, is that people were basically getting played off. They had very little time to talk, you know, and they're getting played off. Yeah. Binary said, I mean, you sow what you reap. Yeah. You reap what you sow, you know? Or maybe it goes both ways too, you know? Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. I enjoy doing those segments. Nice. Would like to keep doing more. And I hope you guys like them too. That was some fun dev drama. This was at the Game Awards on Thursday, Binary. Yeah, sorry for any confusion. Yeah, it was started by the guy that does the voice acting and for Kratos in God of War games, and he made that comment about how his last speech was longer than speech last year was longer than Call of Duty's single player single player campaign. Yeah. What'd you say? This gym is great. Only girls are allowed here. Yikes. Oh, I see what you mean now, Binary. Yeah. Yeah, I think, it is interesting because, yeah, it was a 3-hour show. Went on pretty long. A lot of ads over the course of that 3-hour show, too, yeah. Thanks, 1-800. Yeah, thank you. I want to try to share more of that stuff. I don't think we've been in this gym. Oh, okay, we haven't. We'll show you Pokemon moves that Erica taught us. Hopefully, the game... Let me know if the game feels a little bit loud. You guys might... I like the game to be heard, but not necessarily, on par with my voice. But yeah, it can be hard to tell. I tried to do some tests earlier. Sorry for the extra letters. No worries, yeah. Free Bud Lights, the local watering hole. Sorry, help me out with this one, 1-800. What's going on? Went to your local bar. Oh, nice. And they know you're there, so you get the free stuff. Get a free beer. Free Bud Lights before the Cowboys game. Dang. That probably makes for a pretty fun Cowboys game. What are they doing, Sunday Night Football tonight or something? Vileplume. Oh, interesting. Yeah. The Raiders were in an amazing game. Offensive masterpiece of a game in which they lost to the Minnesota Vikings 6-0. 6-0. I'm assuming no touchdown. Yeah, no, actually I saw the box score. It was I think Minnesota had a field goal in the third and in the fourth quarters, and those were the only points scored, Took the free beer, took my ass to play some Galaga. Nice. You know what? Now that I've got a Galaga expert here, 1-800, I want to ask you. Okay, I was running into this, and I've run into it before. The ships that will, like capture you with the tractor beam, and then you can shoot them and get your ship back and have a double ship or whatever. Why do they sometimes not do their tractor beam thing? Like, does there need to be more than one of them on the screen, or else they don't do the little tractor beam? Like, I just got into a few instances where I would be down to only a couple of, enemies on the screen, or maybe even just that one, and it just would not do the tractor beam thing. Oh, they had to be blue first. Okay, so yeah, you had to get that first hit in, and then they should do it. I feel like sometimes they were blue, but I don't know. I'm gonna go back, actually. We're okay.
use our starter here. Cheese sandwich. Shoot them once and only once. Right, yeah. I swear, sometimes they were blue and then they wouldn't... But it may take a few trips for them, right? Like if it's just me and one of those blue ones, it's not a guarantee that they're going to come down and tractor beam. They might do several passes. Yeah, I got locked into this thing where I was like, dude, I think it's just looping at this point. It's not going to actually do the tractor beam. Maybe I just wasn't patient enough. Erica's much, much stronger. Oh yeah, that was kind of like a double battle. Alright, I guess we get to fight green, and then we probably get to fight blue over there, too. I wonder if these people know that there's a creepy old man outside talking about how great this gym is, because only girls are allowed in. Picnicker Tanya wants to battle. Nice. Maybe they have an all-girl gym because of creeps like that, you know? Everything is in a pattern, so they produce that signal in intervals. Oh, okay. Wow, so I could just let that loop for a while with just me and that one blue, and it would eventually come around and do the tractor beam, huh? Interesting. Yeah, dude, it's like you're, I see, okay. It's like a, you know, you're at such a disadvantage if you go into those like bonus rounds, you know, without the without the double, at least the double ships. I do feel like a part of the game is learning to play with just a single ship too, and and so that whenever you have to get down to that, you're still solid, you know. But of course, yeah, you're trying to get double ships. It really just makes everything so much better. But I think you need to be solid and need to be able to get out of some really tough situations with just the single ship, because there's going to be a moment when you have to do that. Or I would have some moments where I'd start to get a couple extra lives, and then I would just have like the two, you know, like basically like I'll lose my second ship and then lose the only ship on there, and then, you know, and it's like, damn, I didn't have time to go get another ship, and now I'm down a life, you know. Yeah, Galaxian's an interesting one too, Binary, yeah. All right, well, thank you, 1-800. Thanks for letting me pick your brain a little bit about Galaga. Yeah. Usually play with one ship. Yeah, I mean, if you know what you're doing, I think it's... Yeah. You don't. Interesting, yeah. I usually try to, but this last time I went through a lot of, but I ended up going through a lot of stages just on a single. Yeah, at a certain point, the spread is too crazy, you know? They're like, the way that they spray their projectiles, you know? What's pixels, Binary Man? I need to stop drinking coffee. While we're on the topic of like old school arcade games, you know, it's interesting. There's the guy who you know, there's like the controversial, like for a while, I think he was listed as like the #1 or top scorer in Donkey Kong, and there's been like documentaries about this guy, and the news continues about this guy just because there's a couple of people who are kind of like investigative video game journalists, basically, who have been hounding Billy Mitchell about his alleged cheating And it's interesting because at this point there's like lawsuits about it and everything. Like he's suing some of the guys who've been making videos, calling him a cheater and stuff. And what's interesting is I saw he showed up on my like Twitch recommended recently, and he was live streaming from an arcade, and he just had a little selfie setup kind of, or a phone pointed. I think he had something pointed at the screen, and then something, a camera pointed at him as well or something. But yeah, he was just set up at an arcade playing, and you'd see people walk by with like beers in their hands and stuff. And oh, okay, Binary, yeah, I never saw that, but I remember it now. Yeah, that one passed me by. That's not too old, is it? I feel like it's... I don't remember, but I'm wanting to say it's not that old. Somewhat recent, but... maybe it's older than I'm remembering. Erica's a master of grass Pokemon. Yep. I know. We're ripping through Erica with a single Mon right now. Man, I'm not doing what I said I would do with maybe switching up the team, just because we're too high level for this. It's one of the issues with the Kanto post game, is that if you're carrying the team that you brought over from Johto, they're just like godly at this point, and they're significantly stronger and higher level than anything we're coming up against, until you get to like the last couple bosses in the Kanto region. Yeah. Okay, 2015, yeah. It's been a little while now. 2015, what was that, like just a couple years ago, right? Like, do I have another fire that wouldn't just wreck? I mean, I could use Slugma. Slugma. Get in there, Slugma. What are your moves? Oh, and Pixels was a... Oh, I wonder, was Pixels a book originally, I wonder? We probably have something better than a Slugma, but... let me see, actually. Isn't it, Ichigo? Slugma? I have to admit that today, every time the word has come up, a little part of me has been thinking of another great Pokemon, Ligma. One that doesn't really get a lot of talk. I keep thinking of Ligma whenever I see Slugma. Pixels was a French film. Oh, so it's like a kind of a remake, or based off of an original film. Interesting. Slugma. Oh God, what? My dad used to watch this show. It's called Son of the Beach, Beach, and it was very much of its time. It was basically like one of those like early 2000s or late 90s like kind of road trip-esque movies, you know. It was a show. It was a series, but it was basically like a weird parody of Baywatch and then a few other things. I'm sure maybe now I would catch some of the references a little bit better, the direct references, but obviously Baywatch was part of what they're making fun of. And it's about these like, I'm pretty sure they're also lifesavers, or what do you call it, lifeguards. At least some of them are, and
they attended a school that was like it was Sukma was the name of the school, and it was like Southern, what was it, like Southern University of California, I think, something like this. I'm gonna type it up for you. I'm going, this is off the top of the dome. I haven't actually seen this in years, but I think it was something like Southern University of California, Malibu adjacent, and they were, of course, the Gamecocks, naturally. Was their mascot, you know, of course, right? That's an easy one. Something like that, yeah. It's just awful. It's a terrible show. It's comedy. Like I said, I think kind of a Baywatch parody, but they also had this like German. They also had this like huge jacked up, you know, like kind of an Arnold Schwarzenegger-esque, like giant German or Austrian character on there who was basically like would kind of just go, you know, he was it was basically their way of like kind of having a Nazi character, or just like a, I don't mean in terms of ideology, but more like, you know, he would like snap. I think he would salute and stuff every now and then. It was very, very strange. It was like a, let's just throw like a weird like World War II, but like a comedy Nazi, you know, like a, I don't know, very strange. Very much of the time. I guess we're going with Slugma because I'm not seeing any other good fire Pokemon. Sluggy it is. He was basically just used, that character was just kind of used to sort of get in these, you know, their name was Chip Rommel. You know, you know, obviously like referencing World War II and yeah. All right, that's Son of the Beach, guys. You heard it here first. Don't go and watch that show. It's probably terrible, if it even exists anywhere. Do 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 do. Here's the pervy old man. This gym is great. Only girls are allowed here. He's just like staring through the windows or what? Costs so much to make a movie, man. That's probably not even a gigantic blockbuster movie, you know, being that it's an Adam Sandler. Peter Dinklage is in it. He was a hot commodity in 2015, I imagine. Yeah, I was seeing that it made that, it at least doubled its, yeah, depending on where, 88 to 129, that's a funny budget, that gap there. How much did it actually cost? Were you looking at these flowers or at me? But yeah, made their money back and then some. We got a Paris right now. Bug, right? Thanks again for hanging out, guys. Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining me for a Sunday sesh. Thanks for making fun of the Call of Duty bros with me too. You know? Nice. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Super effective. Paris fainted. Yes. Paris. Parasite. Beauty Julia is about to use execute. Come on, Slugma. Oh, look at that back sprite for Slugma. You know Rock Throw too? What, are you Rock type as well? Hope you guys have had a good weekend. It's been a good one for me. A very busy one too, because I had so much stuff to edit together to try to get some kind of video to go up on YouTube regarding the Game Awards and you know how I showed up there and my search to find the real gamers in this town after the Game Awards was a total bust. But yeah, it's taken me a long time to get that edited down. I'm basically taking the presentation I did on Friday, trying to edit that down. Taking a long time. And then today, I really was excited with the Call of Duty dev drama. So I was like, okay, look, I'm probably not going to finish the video today anyway, so let's make today's show a good one, you know? And for those of you on YouTube, I need to do a better job of trying to... There's some things that don't make it to YouTube. I need to do a better job of getting shorts up and using the post feature on YouTube as well. I want to have a better experience for my tubers. Those of you who live in the tube life over on YouTube. But yeah, I do these segments with game news and game history and stuff, and I think a part of me's been a little afraid to cut some of that out, I think, and post it. You know, still, it's a little bit of anxiety, you know, at times, and I need to get over that. I need to start posting that stuff because I think some of it's could be enjoyed, you know. I think. And a lot of you guys sort of get what I'm doing, and you know, have given me some good feedback, you know. So I've been starting to clip that stuff and put it on Twitch, but I want to put it on YouTube as well. So so on YouTube, there's you can do a text and or like a picture, like text, picture, or survey, and it basically kind of. You might have seen this, Ichigo, like for someone you subscribe to on YouTube, but it'll be like it'll kind of look like a social media post, you know, and it'll be their name, and it's often things like the ones that I see for some of the video game creators I follow, or you know, game YouTubers. It's like it'll be like updates about, hey, I'm putting together this video, you know, should be coming on Friday. Right now, the word count is at blah, blah, blah. There's this one that I follow that I feel gives a lot of detail. Yeah, it's unnecessary, but yeah. But yeah, you can use text. You can post a photo onto it. Yeah, kind of a social media post. And people can reply to it and like it. And, you know, your subscribers or your followers or whatever can interact with it, you know. I see it for a lot of meta stuff, too. That's another one, like, some of the streamers I follow, sometimes I'll see, like, an apology, like if a stream dropped or something, or if there was any drama on a stream, like, hey, sorry about that, you know, this... I've seen that before. That's always a bit awkward when you're getting something... controversial happened in a stream, and then you got to come back and give a little breakdown about it to your community, you know. Maybe you banned a regular, you know. But yeah, I wanna start using some of those features a little bit more. And those of you watching this too, you can help support. It's been slow growth, and I don't like to beg, but those of you watching, if you haven't subbed on YouTube or followed on Twitch or, you know, all that stuff, depending on which platform you're on, you know, it does help. And commenting on stuff that comes up on YouTube, you know, that stuff actually really helps, you know. It's hard out here, man. I want to get this. I want to build this up because I do a lot of work. And I want to get some eyes on it, you know. And yeah, thank you guys for your support and help and for the hang too, you know. And yeah, I don't use all the features of Twitch either. That's getting a little more complicated now though, because I'm also on YouTube, you know, so I have to kind of think about that, you know, like if I do a raid on Twitch, well, that's a few minutes at the end of the stream that doesn't make any sense and doesn't apply to anyone on YouTube, you know. Yeah, I had to kind of consider that too, because I want to be on both of those platforms. All the way from Johto, you say? How nice! Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you wished to challenge me. Very well, but I shall not lose. Yeah, you're gonna lose. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right, Binary, yeah. Ichigo said smash those like buttons, yeah. Yeah. Hard out here, you know? Oh, man. Alright, let's take on Erica. See what we got. I nerfed our party by putting Slugma in. But let's see if we can do it. Come on. Rap and sleep. Come on. Ember it up.
Bird up.
Wake up, Sluggy. Giga Drain's a killer. Alright, let's give you a... How about a... We'll give you a hyper potion. I don't have a whole lot of potions. Wake up too, Slugma, please. Help! Oh, I have Bully in our party too. We have kind of this team. Yeah, it's. No, I missed that one, Binary, but I'm a little over talking about that at this point, so I did miss that comment, but yeah, I don't necessarily, I don't want to talk about that movie anymore, so you know, like, I'm gonna move on. Yeah. Thank you. It was a very high level of detail. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's a little overwhelming, you know. All right, what do you need, Tangela? Tangela? I like Tangela too as a name, just Angela with a T on it. Hey guys, name's Tangela. Well, Binary, I'm the same way, man. I'll give way more info than I need than people are looking for sometimes. So yeah, no worries, dude. Yeah, it's all good. I didn't mean to. It seems like we're on the same page. Yeah, I didn't mean to sound rude or anything, but yeah. Hanson, take care. I hope you have a good evening, and thanks for coming through. Have a good rest of your Sunday. I think, rock moves aren't going to do a bunch, obviously. Victory Bell's probably going to take us out. But, that's going to increase the plant attacks, right? Yeah, low kick's not going to do much. I will probably be sacrificing Pseudo Widow here, but that's okay. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Tomorrow we'll do a little Mario Golf. I'm getting close to the end of that one. Maybe just 1 or 2 more streams, I think. Unless I just, I guess a challenge to shoot for could be to unlock every character, but we'll see. Pseudo Widow, you're strong. Ah, with no synthesis, that's right. Happy birthday to you! Anyway, thank you guys for hanging. I think after Erica, we'll have a couple more story beats. We'll do something. Maybe explore the rest of this town, and then I think that'll be about time to wrap it up. Sunday sesh. Can't let it go too late. Also looking forward to hanging with my partner too. It's been kind of a crazy couple days with me working late hours, and she's had a training too. Like something she's doing to get a certification, and it's like a starts at like 8 and it ends at 4 and stuff. It's a really long thing, and I just haven't we haven't seen a whole lot of each other these last couple days with me working and trying to get that video done. I'm not sure yet, Binary. I may, especially if I end up, quitting not too long from now. I think I could be down for a raid. All right, Rock Slide, Mimic, Feint Attack. What are we learning? Slam? Slam is like a pretty good normal attack, I think. I wonder if Mimic would ever come in handy. What about Feint Attack? I'm just going to go here for just a second while, when I go pull up a window, sometimes the frame rate drops a bunch. Sorry to quit on the action here, but what are we doing? Slam versus Feint Attack? Gen 2. Feint Attack, what does that one do? Damage dealing dark type move, okay. Slam is just an 80 power normal type attack with 75 accuracy. Oh, 75 accuracy? I'm seeing a lot of like, what's the point of the move Slam? And lots of other things, so I might be skipping Slam. What's funny is there's these really old resources from the University of Miami that are that when you look up some of this stuff from Gen 1 or Gen 2, you'll see it. I'll show you guys in just a second. We've looked at it before, but Slam is supposed to be a move the AI trainers can use against you and hit hard, but not hit too much to make the game overly difficult. That's an interesting theory, yeah, as to why Slam would exist. All right, we'll skip it. Not learning Slam. And then I'll share my desktop with you guys and show you what I'm talking about here. Sounds good, Binary. Thank you. I'm leaning towards a yes today. You know, I'm finicky with this, right? All right, let me share my desktop real quick. Can you see Department of Mathematics, University of Miami? Isn't that funny? math.miami.edu. And it's got a bunch of Pokemon stuff and a lot of the math behind it. Body Slam is such a good attack that it devalues nearly every other normal attack, and as you can see, there are a lot of them. Anyway, big shout out to the University of Miami. Isn't it funny? Yeah, dude, I thought it was funny too. How did it come to be? You know, is this some group's like project or something? Was it part of a dissertation? You know, why? What's up? I gotta ask someone from the U. You know, that was a really crooked U. There you go, something like that. Boom. Miami. He told me competitive play is all math. Yeah, it really is, Ichiko. And there's just a level of math and stats that just aren't evident if you play the game at a at a low level or a casual level, you know, including including the they all have these individual values, IVs that I forgot you had Icy Wind. So, you know, competitive Pokemon players, they might just catch every single Pokemon they can. If they're trying to build a party, they're gonna have to go through so many different Pokemon before they find one with the IVs that they want. Similar thing with like speed running, where they'll just reset until their starter has the stats that they want, you know. Yeah, I had some. Sorry about that. I had some stuff up on the screen still, but yeah, I could even copy that address if you were curious. I wonder how you get to Azure Heights. Here it is, Azure Heights Pokemon Laboratory. Jump Bluff. Sorry, Slugma. Oh, look at this one. That's cute. Didn't we fight one like you earlier? Too easy. I think if you want Kanto to be a challenge, you really have to have a team just for Kanto, because I think it the leveling is not they could have smoothed that out a lot. I think everything's too low level in this Kanto section. The way that you fix that is probably way that you fix that, I guess, would be by, well, I mean, if you're not a dev, if you're just trying to play it, by having a low-level team, you know? Yeah. That's a good idea, Binary. Yeah, thank you for that. I need to go, yeah, and after I do a stream, I need to, like, update descriptions.
Uh-oh. Looks like we've got company.
And put what's going on. We got Mayo coming through, right? Come on in, come on in. You're just in time. We just beat a gym leader. What's up? Come on in, Raiders. Welcome, welcome. I need to get some better alerts too. Using some real basic stuff. Hey, what's up, Nick? Welcome, Nick. Welcome, Mayo. Thanks for the raid. What's up, Raiders? What were we playing today? I didn't see you streaming, Mayo. Giga Drain. Okay, it's a wonderful move. It's gonna teach us how to Giga Drain people. Half the damage it inflicts to heal your Pokemon. Please use it if it pleases you. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You said you were gonna do some Baldur's Gate. You wanted to get in on the Game of the Year. Put the TM19 and you're doing a celibate playthrough, I believe, right? Also, I would like to gift you this Oddish doll. The Raiders of Mayonnaise. We keep getting these dolls. I wonder how many dolls are in this game. Losing leaves a bitter aftertaste. But knowing that there are strong trainers spurs me to do better. Mayo said, lol, yeah. So far a vampire sucked me and it got real homoerotic. Hey man, a vampire did a little Giga Drain on you, you know? Hey, you know, if you liked it, man, well, you know, I guess that's about all that matters. I've heard it is a lot of fun. And, I mean, it did get Game of the Year. That's cool, man. Yeah, I think that like, I was gonna say sucked all the air out of the room. I can't get away from Giga Drain and suction-based humor, but yeah, I feel like when that game came out, it was all about, like, people were talking about how you could be nude in it, and also, I guess, very early on, you stumble into some scenes that are a bit spicy, you know. I'm looking at your emotes there. Oh, I can't see it on here. Oh, cool. From oh, funny. I need some. Everybody's got the GG emotes, man. I'm missing out on it. You know, I don't have my GGs or my hellos or yos or what have you. Yeah, I think you could have your character basically naked, and so some people were surprised or feigning surprise about that, or feigning, you know, shock. I think part of it was like, oh, I'm streaming this game and there are sex scenes and stuff, and yeah. I've never played the Witcher games, but I've heard they're very horny too. This is my first time here. It's so big. That's maybe why they're so loved, honestly, I think. Yeah. I'm afraid I'll get lost. I have to admit, I'm always a little bit surprised at the people who let me figure out how to put this. But I don't know. The expectations that people have about, like, how horny a game should be, and being, like, disappointed if the game doesn't reach their, like, level of horniness that they were hoping for. I just feel like it's such a strange thing, because I don't know, man. Like, do you need it in every game? You know, like, I don't know, like, I don't really, I'm not really, I mean, I have to just assume that some of these people are just kids or teens or something, but you know, you don't have to play games to see, you know, to see that, right? There's, like, lots of websites where you could, you know, you could see anything you wanted to, and I don't know. It's very bizarre to me. I think I am too, Mayo. And not to say that, like, if I see it in a game, I'm not like, oh my god, I don't want to see this. I guess to me it's more just, it's more like that the way that people get really upset about that sometimes. I just think it's very strange. Like especially if they say it doesn't go far enough, or there's not enough, or the series used to be hornier and now da da da. You know, there's just times that I'm like, come on, man, like yes, you got to touch a little grass. I'm finally getting a Porygon. I'm no good at the slots, so I could never get enough coins. Huh? The traded Porygon turned into a different Pokemon. Yeah. That's a balance there, Binary. I mean, with that being said, I don't think I've really played games with I don't really play games with I'm trying to think of what I've played that, you know, I don't think in gaming I've ever seen a simulated sex scene. You know, I remember like GTA San Andreas with like seeing the video of like the hot coffee mod and stuff a long time ago, but yeah, it's so yeah, it's certainly not something that I seek out, you know. Yeah, Mayo and Binary on the same page. I remember being in middle school and there were a couple of kids, and I remember like I had a locker next to them, and I remember one of them would like print out pictures of anime girls, and they would and these were like SFW, these were safe for work stuff, but these two would just like, wow, you know, she's so beautiful and blah blah blah, da, da, da. And I just remember, you know, thinking like, I don't know, man, you could, you know, I don't know, my you know, like we're printing pictures of anime girls and talking about how cute they are, and you know, meanwhile, like, I don't know, I think at that point I was more accustomed to like, yeah, we're living in the country, you know. I think everybody kind of knew someone who had a stash, maybe an outdoor stash of like Playboys or something, you know. And I had a buddy who had, there was a, I don't know if it was on their property or what, or if they just like connected to the property behind them, but I remember my buddy, he had a go-kart that he would use to drive around his parents' land. And if you went into the woods a little bit on this trail, there was this tiny little shack that was, you know, I don't think anyone could live in it. It's probably just something someone hangs out in. But there were all these waterlogged porno mags in there. And a lot of it would be like, you know, seemingly now, like at this point, looking back, I feel like these were like the sort of cheaper mags, or the, you know, like, one of them was like celebrity, it was like supposed to be like celebrity stars or something, you know, and, you know, these were not like, you know, the Playboy or Hustler, you know, I feel like it was some like, you know, maybe not of that stature, you know. Oh yeah. Mayo said, I remember finding a stash of Playboys with my friends when I was like 8 in an abandoned car wash office. Yeah, funny, dude. Yeah, it's, I mean, like once I'm seeing once I'm seeing that, you know, I'm like, well, I mean, this, I'm sorry, but no, this drawn character is not going to do it for me, you know? It's, there's no games here. I wanted to play, you know? How many people shared a childhood experience, Mayo, of finding someone's porn stash out there? I remember these magazines, like I said, they were super waterlogged. Because, like, this was like a crappy little shack. And, you know, it's in, you know, Alabama gets a lot of rain and stuff. It can, you know. So, I don't know how long these magazines had been out there. And, yeah, they were all, like, kind of molded and stuff. And, you know, pages sort of falling apart. I'm pretty sure most of the moisture was from the humidity. You know, nothing else. Not really finding a lot I want to buy in this store. Not really wanting to consume. Binary said the hardest part of being a geek or nerd for either sex is IRL, the opposite sex. Yeah, if that's what you're into. But yeah, I mean, love's hard for many folks, right? Yeah. I will say, I think it's a little bit easier to connect with our fellow nerds these days than maybe it ever has been in some ways. And then in other ways, maybe not so much, but yeah, I hear you. The Call of Duty chads, they're just, you know, there's they don't have any problem in that department. Just don't make a joke about how your speech was longer than the campaign, and then that, you know, that tends to set them off. They're a very touchy, sensitive group. Some of these Call of Duty bros wouldn't have been able to stand 5 minutes at a Game Awards roast. All right. And that is a callback. Yes, that is a callback to a segment I did earlier. This is becoming a media machine. This Parvination. But before our very eyes, we're watching it develop and grow, metastasize at a rate that none of us could have ever expected. All right, what else should we do? I think I've been idly walking around the Walmart in this game. Nothing happening. We might be done with this town. Let's explore just a little bit more. Looking at the ground while I was walking made me dizzy. There's somebody out there for everyone, you know? I mean, this person is just walking around looking at the ground. I mean, I guess they're with their sprite, they're a child. This makes a lot more sense. Looking at the ground while I was walking made me dizzy. First time on the internet, Binary. Yeah, welcome to the internet, right? Google search was the thing, but it was in its infancy. I typed in a search for Star Wars poster. Oh, wow. Interesting. When I read Star Wars posters, I was thinking you were going to go into something about like, well, you know, you were seeing like, you know, everybody does the like Leia, the outfit she has when she's in Jabba's lair. All right. Not doing anything. Not finding anything new. Department store. We went to the Game Freak development place too. Where are we at? I'm gonna get rid of Slugma, I think. I wanted to those of you guys who joined somewhat recently, you know, the game was getting too easy, the Kanto post-game stuff. And it was I just realized like I was just mopping the floor with everybody. So I did try to swap someone else in for this last gym, and they helped us, but I ended up having to finish the job with other Pokemon. But yeah, that's why Slugma's in the party. I think I didn't notice it as much at first, but I am really getting to the point where we're just way over leveled, and it does take away from the game. I think I see it as a more valid criticism. I think maybe the recourse is to have like a Kanto team that's lower level, you know. I don't know another way around it. I think there's some ROM hacks that try to raise the levels of the Kanto folks, but you know, you can't just, that's hard to do. That's hard to balance, you know. Mayo said, my first time was when my older bros called me into the room with an image of a woman. I won't finish that sentence. Hey, there you go, right? Hey, older brothers, man. That's what they're good for, right? Because of rising complaints by local residents, the underground path has been sealed indefinitely. Celadon police. Man, they had to shut the underground down. What's this flyer? I like how it starts with like a little meta question. Side said, Wars Between the Stars, and before I saw the first image, I quickly tried to click the back button. That's funny, Binary. I'd be looking over my shoulder, like, making sure nobody saw that, you know? You know, I was telling you guys about watching old WWF episodes, and one of the things that cracks me up is they haven't mentioned this in a while, but there's this one this woman actually recently got sentenced to, I don't know if it was I don't know how long it was, but her name is the character she played, or her persona at that time, was Sunny. And it's funny because one of the first episodes of wrestling that we watched when we fired it up several months back, this is like from 1997, and they mentioned, or 1996 into 97, they mentioned something like, oh, here comes the #1 AOL downloaded, or I don't know, the #1 person downloaded on AOL. They had some title for it, and they kept mentioning that every time she would appear, that she was the #1 downloaded person according to AOL. And it was such a, and they would give like AOL keywords and stuff. It's such a crazy blast from the past, you know. AOL keyword Nintendo, you know, don't go type nintendo.com, just AOL would have these specific keywords that you could use that would take you to a place with like forums and I don't know. I wish I could go back and kind of see that architecture. The keywords, yeah, dude, that was a blast from the past when they were talking about that. If you knew the exact keyword, you could kind of go to an area specifically about that. You know, Murkrow, Darkness, 1 foot 8 inches. The early internet, man. It, in some ways, it was pretty damn cool. Obviously, you know, they would be much more robust, but yeah, we had AOL for a couple of years. It hides any shiny object it finds in a secret location. Murkrow and Meowth loot one another's stashes. Oh, nice. I like the call out to another Pokemon. You've got mail. Goodbye. I remember going on a band trip and someone put on the You've Got Mail movie with Tom Hanks and was it in my head I've got shoot, I'm not gonna look at the screen. She was in Charlie's Angels, and she was in shoot, what was it? I can't remember her name. Is that who was in that with? Who was in that movie? I gotta look it up now. We watched this shit on a band trip, and I'm like, who put this on? It wasn't who I was thinking of. It's Meg Ryan. Or is that who I'm thinking of? Maybe it is. Anyway. I think I was thinking of Cameron Diaz, not the same person. I don't know celebrities. I don't. I'm terrible with these names. I wish my email still talked to me too, Mayo. It was reassuring, you know? Hey, I remember, I've talked about this. I remember going on some video game forums, and there was this one that would do like a mailbag. They would do like a newsletter every day, and they would also answer questions from the mailbag. And I like tried really hard to get into the mailbag, and I you know, hey, I was writing a bunch as a middle schooler or whatever, and I remember the Perfect Dark was coming up, the game Perfect Dark, and I wrote this thing that ended up getting in that mailbag. It was kind of a like fanfic based on what I knew about a game that hadn't released. And it was using some of the terms that had shown up in like Nintendo Power and the previews of Perfect Dark. And I remember like, it was basically like Joanna Dark, like infiltrating some base or something. And like, I had her like punching out a spy bot that was coming around a corner, some shit, I don't know. And then come to find out the spy bot, I think was, or whatever that thing is, was a tool that she would deploy. But I didn't know that because I was only seeing previews of the game. But I wrote this long thing, and it ended up in the mailbag, and I felt pretty powerful that day. I wonder if that's out there somewhere. This has been a whirlwind of emotion, this stream has, and I think we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. Binary, if you're still around, I'll take any recommendations for a raid, but let me look at what I got. Before we do this, I will go ahead and go over to State of Parvination. Give you guys the schedule real quick. I'll be back tomorrow doing a little Mario Golf. That should be fun. I've been enjoying that one so far. Maybe we'll try to get all the characters. I don't know. I need to stop playing this game, but it's also kind of fun. I'll play it until I'm tired of it. So. All right. Cool. This has been great, guys. Thanks for hanging out. This has been a fun stream. I think I will do a raid. So those of you on YouTube, in a little bit, we'll be saying goodbye. Thank you for coming through. Those of you on Twitch, you guys will be coming with me, and we'll do a raid somewhere if you're down. Let me see if I know anybody who's raiding. I got to get faster at this part too. I won't be staying for too long. Yeah. Okay, she's on right now. All right, we'll do that. We've popped in there a couple times, so let's. Yeah, but I don't have anyone else.
Yes.
And that's a fun stream. So we'll drop into there.
Oh. What about?
Let's see. Oh, hey, if we go to this other place, try not to put me on blast this time, Binary. No talking about the things I got wrong or the things I don't. I meant to tell you, man. You kind of hung me out to dry when I did a raid before. And he started telling the streamer all the transgressions that I made. So yeah, let's. Are they not on any longer? 1-800. Let's see. Let's check in. Looks like they're still playing. All right, let's pop in and.
How are you doing tonight?
This is a nice streamer. It's a good chill hang. So be good. And I'm gonna get us over there.
Because Vanessa is amazing.
I am destroying holy water.
Try to at least.
You're great, fantastic.
1 second. Thank you, Binary. Yeah. Right. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging. I'll go to the end and we'll get switched over. Thank you, guys. Happy rest of your Sunday. I'll see you next time. Adios. Let's raid in just a bit.
Bird up.
Happy birthday, Ben!
The worst show on television.